ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the CODM India Clash. This is Kala Gaming down here with Florida. This is going to be our first Indian tournament, so it's going to be interesting to see how are we going to be ending up with the 2-day action that we got here today. Like $200 prize pool is going to be on the line. It may not be a lot, but it still is going to be an accolade for these teams to start off this year. And this might just be the first Call of Duty mobile tournament of 2024. So hey, cheers to that. Once again, this is Kyle Gaming down here with Warden. How are you feeling today?
Honestly, I mean, I'm pretty honored to get invited by you specifically here to obviously cast this tournament, and with the whole accolades that India was able to accumulate during the last year's run for the World Championship, it's very well deserved that this tournament is taking place today.
It's crazy, right? I mean, so nobody expected Godlike to even make it to the playoffs, but they were not only there at the playoffs, but they placed second, which is the second highest, and they were able to manage to beat Luminosity Gaming in the upper bracket in the semifinals itself, which is truly an amazing feat for the Indian region. But here at CODM Clash GG, we had some qualifiers, and we got two teams actually advancing to the playoffs, where we are standing here right now. Starting it off with Divinity, they were able to win their matchup, right? Which is insane. They are able to 2-0 almost about everybody, and I think same thing could be said for SIU Esports.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, looking at Divinity here, they went against Monarch Esports, Influx, and Sicarios. For the set of SIU Esports, Divinity, Saints, alongside with Zycody, went down under their hands. And that's going to be them accumulating the 2 slots for the whole qualifiers, alongside with, obviously, granting them the ticket to be with the side of the teams that was invited initially for this tournament.
Yeah, we were supposed to have like 7 teams are invited here, right? But we only cut it down to 2. But we only cut it down to like 6. But it's okay, because we still got the top dogs in the competition right now. For those who just missed the news that we had earlier, Team Vitality will be able to advance to the semifinals, as NS official will forfeit their match. Kind of an unfortunate start for the event itself, but hey, at least we still got 3 more games up ahead, right? We got SIU Esports, I2K Esports, Godlike, Divinity, Anthem, and TwoB. It is going to be single elimination, best of 5. So everything up until the semifinals, you really have to do everything that you can do to win your game. One wrong mistake could lead to a fatal elimination here, and so.
And teams here wouldn't be taking place at all, even as casters or even the production teams, marshals, league ops, wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Mr. Amar Mohammed himself. Thank you so much for being our official sponsor for this very event. Honestly, it takes a big heart for anyone to commit themselves into sponsoring an event like this, specifically for the Indian region. But yeah, definitely, it's unfortunate we weren't able to see what happened there for that official, but I do hope we get to see them play out in the Masters League coming up soon enough as well here, Cal.
Yeah, I mean, this is the kickoff for the year, right? I mean, apart from this event, of course, there are going to be major events, and these teams are not just trying to qualify or use this tournament as a stepping stone to get that confidence to start off the year, as they play in the Indian qualifiers for the Mobile Masters 2024, which will be held in Sao Paulo, Brazil, sometime in the next few months. So obviously, for all of these other teams, everybody's gonna aim for Godlike's head, right? I mean, last year they were able to dominate much of the competition, not just those wins, right? But also they remain undefeated in the maps itself, and just truly separating their quality up against these other squads. And again, looking at the brackets right now, I'm gonna put you on the spot while we wait for the first game to start. Who do you think is going to be advancing in the semifinals match on the 3 matches that we have left?
Okay, honestly here, I think I'm going to be handing this one down to I2K Esports here onwards, match number 1.
Wow.
And for it's gonna be a tough scratch here, but just by following up with their pathing and all, they still have to prove just a little bit more. And obviously, onwards match number 2, Godlike is such a no-brainer up against Divinity, but at the same time, we want to get proven wrong. We all know the Indians, they love to prove something wrong. It doesn't justify the fact that Godlike was number 2 last year's on the world champ. They might just be able to take this one true, but at the same time, it's gonna be a tough pill to swallow, if ever.
Yeah.
Divinity does take that win. And Anthem up against TwoB, honestly, It was such a nail biter for me for TwoB to not make it to the World Champs last year, because I was really eyeing for them. Their performance was absolutely stellar. Coming up from the tournament after stage 4, they were able to prove themselves quite big time, but unfortunately they weren't really able to grab the ticket. Let's see if ever they can prove themselves here up against Anthem here later on to the last and final match.
Yeah, we got 82 viewers right now on chat right now, and a big shout out to Pepe, who, I mean, this is the caster I was able to cast along with 2 years ago, believe it or not. And a big shout out as well to our amazing managers behind the scene. I'm Nalin, KSVK, Matrix, for obviously helping coordinate us with the Indian region and helping us get a step too closer into making this event possible, right? So now we get to take a look at the schedule here for the day. It's kind of like a big miss, honestly. Again, trying to say it here. It's a big miss that we lost that NS and Vitality match, but I am eyeing out for that SIU and I2K game that we have coming right up next. So I just hope that these teams come in ready and they are properly warmed up to finally get this job done, because what the wait save is a best of 5 here.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot of maps for them to prove themselves here. And at the same time, you know, first tournament of Call of Duty Mobile, proud to say, Cali. And, you know, we don't exactly know what kind of preparation they were able to put up coming in from the gap between the World Champs into this tournament specifically. You know, there might just be a lot of inspiration as well for them to go back to the drawing board. Honestly, if you want to take a look at like Godlike, they were able to change the search and destroy game big time, just for the entirety of the world specifically. You know, we had a lot of casters breaking down and how they played search and destroy into perfection, shocking teams that was supposed to be dominant in S&D, but now they rightfully own that throne of being the best team in search and destroy, at least, you know, for my watch, and, you know, in regards to statistics and otherwise as well.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta agree with you on that one. So now let's introduce the teams here, right? Because not only are we gonna be taking a look at the games itself here, we're taking a look at the players themselves. In I2K Esports, this was a former EU region team, if I am not mistaken. Now, for sure, I was able to cast them in one of the mobile Mayhem tourneys that we had going on last year. They got Virus, Alpha, Legacy, Dope, and Sundance. Sorry, I just butchered Sundance's name, but this team, you know, they were part of the an amazing run last year. Could not get that job done, but showed so much signs of improvements.
Yeah, so much potentials here, and that is exactly why we have this tournament as well. You know, the collaboration for them to prepare themselves here for this year's run of Call of Duty Mobile. So let's see what they can offer into the spectrum specifically. Now, moving over now to the other side of the spectrum, we got SIU Esports here. We got Septic, looking like it's gonna be not Smokey, Drago, Olive, and TwoB.
Man, I mean, this is what I really love, right? SIU. That's Cisco's favorite word, right? But hey, SIU Esports came in from the qualifiers. You do not want to mess with this kind of teams, right? Because although they may be coming in as a brand new team, we might just see a potential superstar team in the making, right? As long as we get to see them actually play it consistent. And Septic, I feel like is that guy that will most likely end up with, you know, a lot of plays here for them. And it's gonna be quite a big and tough one for them, because on this best of 5 map, the teams that will have those very high difficulty, high level maps, especially like Express and Arsenal, it's gonna be quite hard for a team like SIU Esports. But we're gonna be finding out. How do you feel about map number 1 here?
I mean, Ashenda, you know, with having a Summit and Apocalypse band here, Ashenda is going to be a testament on how well the teams can rotate around the map specifically. And, you know, it doesn't really matter which sides are you going to be able to hold on to towards hardpoint number 1. What matters is really that hallway control. So I'm really eyeing out for the anchors here for this very map itself. And, you know, Callie, I just want to add up, you know, we've come to the competitive scene to the point where we're getting to see Summit, Firing Range, Standoff, and Raid being just banned out here. I love the composition of what we are about to see here on this best of 5.
Yeah, I mean, this is it. We're gonna be starting our first game of the day at Hacienda Hardpoint. If you guys missed out on the World Championship, this was one of the key maps that Godlike took up against Luminosity Gaming and was able to clutch it up in game 5, if I'm not mistaken. So here we go, match number 1 for this series. SIU Esports and I2K getting ready at the gunfights. First Hardpoint gonna open up, and you already know it's all about the top floor control here. And I2K is gonna get a quick secure, but some gunshots gonna be used here through by Olive just to get that minimal support and stop the push coming into the fountains.
Yeah, initially I2K here will be on the good side of the spawns, and looking like they are going to be able to convert at least the first few points here on this hard point. While in the process, SIU is looking like they want to try to find any recovery here, but unfortunately the gunfight is just not going to their way. So breaking loose here, it's going to be I2K here so far getting the bulk of the hard point.
Yeah, I mean, not so surprised, right? I mean, this is the more experienced squad, but I do love to see more of a flood tick here for SIU Esports. They got that next hardpoint rotation spawn. Just have to take care of their lives inside the fountains. And look at this stack going through, kind of similar to how WPM Loki does it, but gotta take care of that back spawn because right now I2K, they're aiming for the throat, going in for that flush, and they get that final scrap time. But you got SIU Esports ready on the next hardpoint, so this is obviously kind of a great setup for them, and you're going to see I2K try to stack in only one angle. This is the best chance for SIU Esports to go for the beatdown.
Yeah, I2K here, they do have the worst spawns here so far. Pushing a 5-man push here down the checkers. It's going to be a split here offered here from Hop Hop as well. One player pushes up, looks to make the break. Two players hopping up. Now it's going to be Sundance here looking to find one. He does find only one before he goes down. And unfortunately, the rest of the crew here from SIU Esports will be able to hold their ground for a moment. Spawn still well defined for them on the driveway, but a split will be coming through here from the side of I2K here. Will it matter? Looking like it will.
Dope. That's nice skill there with the Fennec. I mean, we're seeing definitely a lot of guns in this current update. I mean, the DRH was pulled out by Septic, which is currently kind of a great weapon in the current meta right now, right? High damage despite that low fire rate, but so far this hard point, it is just going to be back and forth scrappy. And liking what I'm seeing, the opening match is just being a delight to watch for us to see. So far, for the side of I2K, they're still going to get that scrap time, but take a look at the decision that they are doing. They're sending up 2 players on that mid-map. They're fighting for that fence spawns already, so they're taking a look at the players that might just be at the office building so that they can flip it. But so far, this team for SIU Esports, they are taking really bigger picture and have always won an early rotation off the get-go.
Yeah, but I2K is trying to respond back, but it caught off here from the top side of office. And player 2, once it gone by a virus, might just be able to cut off the players as well into the hard point, and looking like it's going to be that case. SIU Esports, they got to find a way to double it down here from the backside because a pinch will be offered here from the side of I2K, and they get the break inside a hill.
Oh, nice shots here for Alpha, just pulling out the claw and fighting a lot of eliminations with it. And they know that the players are going to be spawning by the fountains and by the wells, and now we are seeing SIU actually getting gifted with a bit of a split spawns for this final 20 seconds. Should they get this flank, they should be able to get the kill, but the counterplay now going in for I2K. Dope getting that big gunfight to keep the hard point intact for the side of I2K.
Yeah, I2K here is just doing so remarkably in regards to the gunfights. I mean, beat now, they lose the rotations, but they really back it up with pure mechanical gun skills. And now we get to see remaining scrap point once more. We'll just be giving for the set of I2K. And the hostile from the set of SIU Esports is not really going to be enough, but they do try to respond back with an early rotation here for TwoB. They do win off the gunfight, and it's about time for them to start holding their grounds and actually, you know, just be able to win more gunfights.
I mean, you know what? The thought is there right now for SIU Esports. They're bringing out their operators, but it's only top inside of the point, and Alpha able to get that kill, building up with his own score streak, 6 in a row, and the Predator missile will be dropped in. That's gonna be another kill for him, and an early break coming in for I2K just to try to increase the lead even further.
Yeah, miscoordination here from the side of SIU Esports will bite them down once more. Just overall, by looking at the formation here that I2K has been able to offer from the last 2 waves, was just more than enough, more than cohesive enough for them to hold their grounds once more. But another wave of operators will be invested for the side of SIU Esports, and they do get a recovery, some sense of breathing room here for this very moment, and looking like they're on a run to claim the remaining 17 points.
Yeah, 60 seconds. This is a lot of time if you are SIU Esports. You would need at least 10 seconds in. They try to keep yourself in that striking distance. And you're going to be able to actually go for a 50-50 battle here. Just get this contest and not give a lot of this time coming in for I2K and Rusted. Dropping in that triple, lining it up, and that's going to be just a 24-point lead for I2K as we switch it back and we go back into the middle of the map where P1 so far is going to be held on through by the side of SIU Esports, but power positions are going to be held down by I2K up top. They have not yet spotted Rusted here. He's on a 4 spree, make that 5 before getting shot down by Sundance, and P1 kind of all over the place right now for these 2 squads.
Yeah, that's exactly the play that you would want to see if you're on the side of SIU Esports. Rusted, totally not rusty. He's still going to go on for some more. Clearing up the hallways. 3-man push here from the rock side here will be given for set by TwoB. Dope gets read by Rusted inside a hard point, and they get a bit of a run here inside a hard point, but quickly as they say that, it's going to be I2K now here invading the hallways, and they do take the hill right back.
Yeah, I mean, Virus now bringing out the equalizer kind of prematurely. I mean, you would expect this kind of investments to be pulled out on B2, but so far just trying to get this spawns flipped And you can see now that SIU Esports are going to be spawning all over the place, and that's going to be more opportunity for Virus to let loose and get all these eliminations, but he's going to get caught down. And taking a look at SIU Esports right now, they are still going to be favored in that next hardpoint rotation. Rusted is going to be able to cut across that mid-map. Should be able to get this flank on by I2K coming in from checkers, and with this smoke, should be able to get some more lineup here. Alpha on this line of crosshair, but he's going to get eliminated.
2 in a row here for SIU Esports on towards hardpoint number 2. Good start for them, but I2K is just overwhelming them with the gunfight. TwoB, though, tries to make the difference. Finds a triple conversion on that claw. Looking to get some more, but the concussion will take him down, ironically. Legacy looking to bounce back, but unfortunately it's just not gonna be the case. And I2K Esports overall, they hop right back, disregarding the fact that SIU Esports won the rotations.
Yeah, I mean, nice play here for SIU Esports now to try to break the point inside. They're using the stuns to actually blind these players and delay their push for a bit, but Alpha, he's just insane, going in forward tear. That claw is available for use, and he's just lining it up with Divinity Ascended, and this is one of these weapons in the game right now that has just been able to bully a lot of teams and a lot of players in this close range engagement. Basically, that weapon itself, the Divinity Ascended mythic weapon, it has 6 attachments to it, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. Free sights for you, and that's gonna be enough for them to, for him actually to just, you know, make the play work out. But now in transition here on towards hardpoint number 3, I2K this time around will have a better look in regards to the formation instead of hardpoint. TwoB does try to get one, but unfortunately he does get washed out. But SIU Esports, they still retain back the sponsor out away from I2K. But quickly as I say that, a cutoff will happen here, and I2K, they still retain the sponsor, I mean the hardpoint forward this time being.
Oh, nice shots for Septic here. They're bringing out 3 operators. That's gonna be a big investment here, but Dope able to get that cut down. Still inside a point, getting that contest. Loving the attacks from both ends, but with SIU Esports able to predict where the spawns will be. Septic is gonna have an easier time getting these eliminations, but he's gonna get cut down, so it's all up to his teammates playing that objective to cut it down a bit further and buy the team some time for that reinforcement.
You know, one thing good about SIU Esports here, honestly, is really the way that they are able to coordinate themselves in regards to investing the operator skills. You know, every time you see an operator, like let's say an Annihilator, there's always a backup. And that's exactly the potential that SIU Esports can offer on towards I2K, let's say in a few coming waves here on towards hardpoint. But now in towards hardpoint number 4, SIU Esports looking to have a better look this time around, as player 5, only Sundance, will be around the perimeter. He does win one gunfight, but Smokey from the backside does shut him down, and they forced I2K here towards the Square Garden spawn.
Yeah, Alpha wins that mid-map control. Now they're going to be pushing in. This guy has just been insane. Look at him. He's just got 37 kills to his name. But I2K, I mean, they still got a great position to go in for that push. Olive gets that kill, but he's going to get eliminated now by Legacy. But, I mean, all of these trades are just going at it. SIU Esports, they're building up. I mean, they haven't taken that lead. But with this current situation that they're currently handling right now, where they're able to bully I2K on towards the Bolt House, and with this win from Rusted, they're going to have at least 10 seconds to change that lead. And that's going to be a big chance for them to turn the momentum over to their side.
Yeah, gonna hand it down here for the set of SIU Esports. Once was a 70-point lead for the set of I2K. They take the lead all the way down to their side. On the driver's seat we go. Predator flies through, cutting off more people, and they claim the remaining points here on the war stage hardpoint number 4. Back to the third reset here for P1.
I2K though, always gonna get cut down by the Hunter Killer Drone. That's gonna be quite sad for him, but I2K does not have a great foothold on the next hardpoint rotation. I mean, they do have some guys over the top, but looking at where SIU Esports is just trying to take it, right? They got the back guard rocks. They can go push inside of that hard point, and Alpha is just staying alive because of this smoke that was provided. But now that he gets eliminated, Alpha, you know, he's just been carrying this team. He's got 42 kills, but his teammates really has to step it up, especially when they're playing that hard point. At least needs to stack it a bit more. And not only that, right, but they gotta also find a way to get that early rotation so that SIU Esports will be forced to play on the bad spawns and for you to claim time. But that's what's not happening here, because SIU Esports is just running them over.
Yeah, it's going to mean a lot here for SIU Esports to actually hustle down the points here on the world, all the way down to this hardpoint number 1. We've seen teams numerous amount of times in the World Champs where they get a lot of points on the way, all the way down to hardpoint number 1, and it really means a lot as we speak the latter part of the hardpoint game mode. But clearly, as we get to see SIU Esports and I2K pretty much tied up here for this very run. Now approaching all the way down to hardpoint number 2, 3 in a row for SIU Esports. They win off another set of rotations.
Yeah, I mean, again, this early break coming in for I2K is going to be essential. Like, this is going to lead the flank, and now they're bringing out 2 operators, but one's going to go 2 ways, but Virus still has got that equalizer. They win an early hold. They are going to be getting this team spawning on the driveway, so this must be an easy kill for him as he goes on a spree with the help of Alpha. They're teaming up to get 4 players down on an altercation and forcing SIU Esports to play that reset.
Yeah, SIU Esports can play good operators. I2K can play it better. And so far, the 3 operator play will be able to grant them the lead here convincingly. Alpha will be able to convert that operator into a predator. Finds 3 on the board as well. He tries to push it down here to purple. Does get the kill, but does get traded off quickly as well. But the damage has been done. The lead is just getting wider and wider here as we speak.
Yeah, I mean, for operators, we're coming in there for I2K, right? First it was the Claw, now it was the Equalizer, then the Sparrow, and it all paid out. Look at that lead. It is going to be at least 40 seconds that they're going to have. Even though they're going to be late on this rotation, it's not going to be a problem at all. They got a lot of safety net before they even go and take their time to make this push work, to break this hard point. It's just about to open up, and you can see on the gunfight department, on the kill feed, it's that Alpha and crew is just going in for the wrecking crew, and Alpha gets 55 kills there, gets the double to single-handedly break the hill.
And on for the side of SIU Esports, we got TwoB here and Smokey having 2 operators. Might just be the time for them to run it down as well here on the way down to this hardpoint number 3. A bit of points that they got to catch up, so they really have to make the most out of the situation right now. But clearly, in regards to the gunfights, they still trample, they still fall into shambles. And I2K Esports, they have more than enough time for them to close out the game here as we get this speak. SIU Esports, they need to find a way to hustle it down. They got the spawns, they got the operators, and looking like they want to force this one to another hard point.
Yeah, top 2 keys there, but Alpha now able to get that kill. Sundance pushes inside to get that contest, but will get eliminated. So far, it has been close, but it has always been I2K on that front foot. 9 seconds left on this hard point, and you're going to have to worry about next if you are SIU. It's going to be quite a long rotation for them as all of their players gets god down. Going into RP4. Back God Rock we go. Sundance is good at the initial hold. Just 20 more points for them to win.
Yeah, Sundance here on the front line. 3 players here on rotation from Garage as well. And look like they just want to fortify themselves here to close out the game. Sundance gets a read on to 1. 3 opportunities here, 4 opportunities up front, and they just get it all done. 239 to 168. This game should be done.
Yeah, I mean, the MPE shock. Just getting that attack, man. That's it. That's it. 3 seconds left. I2K takes the first win. The first map win in Call of Duty Mobile Clash India Season 1. And you're going to have to be feeling pretty great with that, Warden.
Yeah, G to the G. GG well played here for a set of I2K. I mean, you got to hand it down, though, for a set of SIU Esports. Despite the fact that there was a bit of disparity that was offered to them at the first hand of the initial start of the game, they were able to make it up. But I2K Esports is a bit better here this time around. Yeah. And we get to see a bit of a difference in regards to the killing department. 59 kills, 1 kill away for a 60k from Alpha.
I mean, that's just insane, right? I mean, a 2.0 KD for him, and he was using almost every weapon in that game, having the highest impact rating here as well. But you know what? I gotta have to give props for SIU Esports on this matchup, right? I mean, they were really hanging in there on this map specifically.
Yeah, I mean, in regards to the coordination here, especially on the middle stage of the game, SIU Esports, they were able to invest with operators pretty nicely to the point that they were able to hustle things down against I2K, but it wasn't enough. This time around, we take it to a slow tempo. We move over now to Search and Destroy Express on towards the next map.
The long-range weapons are such a key factor here. And again, if you're SIU Esports, you're trailing down by 1 round. It is a best of 5. There's no need to break a sweat. It's just the first game of the game. It's just the first game of the day. But you do really have to worry about finding these attacks when we watch this game.
Yep. Now, moving over here, I mean, honestly, I don't really know what kind of expectancy I can have here for the set of SIU Esports as well. But for set of I2K, I think they can really be renowned as well for Search and Destroy. But obviously, it's not really something that we can really say, not until we get to see this. I mean, after all, you know, this is the first tournament of the year here, at least for the Indian region, or overall for the Call of Duty Mobile scene. So let's see what can be offered here for the next for the second game.
It is going to be SIU Esports taking the defensive side here, so that's gonna be a big plus for them there, right?
Yep, big plus indeed. And moving over after Search and Destroy Express, we are going to be having a crowd favorite of Control Crossroads. So it's going to be a testament as well on how well you can really form yourself around the map. Really, map control is such a big factor for the side of any control map specifically. So we'll see about that for now. But hey, let's take this time to celebrate the win of I2K Esports here for Hacienda Hardpoint.
Yeah, I mean, this is just our first game. For second map is gonna be heading into Express long range map. I wonder who's gonna be able to dominate, right? I mean, this is obviously our first time seeing SIU Esports play in this competition. I2K, we've seen them plenty of times last year, and honestly, for SIU Esports, they really got that big potential, right? I mean, you're not supposed to win up against I2K, but you did put such a great fight. We saw them actually hang up until like the second or the third, almost the third set of that hard point, right? Where it only ended up because of the 3 operator skills that were invested by I2K Esports when they're playing that garage P2. And yeah, there's definitely a lot of potential there. And I feel like this map number 2, it might just go down into a very close match off the start, and might end up having a very one-sided second half. But I don't know. How about you, Arden?
I think I'm going to be half-hearted here for Search and Destroy. Just by looking at both teams here, Formation wasn't really the best of showing for them here on Hardpoint. And you know how Search and Destroy goes. Formations, coordination, it's such a big deal. So we need to see both of these teams here just revamp just a little bit before they head straight into the next battlefield. But now we get to see. Game's now going to be starting here. First round from the get-go. It's going to be a 5v3 situation in favor for SIU Esports.
Oh my gosh, why are we lagging? Septic gets a kill though. Hope this one settles down. Bro, I am sweating so bad more than this players, but nice up top attack from Septic. A 1v3 situation, and they're going to be able to complete the retake.
Yeah, and it's going to be the first round here for the set of SIU Esports. Quick as we say, quick as we see that, it's going to be them getting this win here all the way down to the defensive side. Now, on the second side we go. Let's see what kind of formation they can offer into the spectrum. I'm honestly hoping to see more of a default take here, but clearly, as we get to see the tempo here on towards the previous round, it was a quick run here that was offered from I2K, and looking like it's going to be the same face here on the second round.
Nice shots coming through now for TwoB. I mean, first blood goes to them, but it's equally going to be traded up. But look at the numbers just being provided here for the side of I2K. Septic can't do nothing about it. It's all down to Olive on his first 15 seconds. And the bomb is going to get planted, which makes it even worse. It was a 1v4, but nice shot for Olive there, taking down Sundance. Now, the only available area for you to rotate around is going to be by the departures. So you're going to have to actually spot a couple of port players before even going into that bomb site. It's going to be more of a close quarter combat there, and every corner is just being covered right now by I2K.
Yeah, 1v3, 20 seconds left on the clock. Olive can't waste any time anymore. Has to make a push, but unfortunately with the pace that he's playing, he's not really going to have enough time to play with. Yes, takedown Legacy for sure, but still has to deal with Virus and Alpha. Down below, going to be Alpha with a KRM. Virus on the Fennec, and Alpha chases him down. He does get one, but even if he did get the kill on towards Virus, it's not going to be enough time once again. And I2K, they respond back with their own round.
Yeah, and a nice shots coming in for them, right? I mean, you did keep up one round, which is at the A bomb site, but it is definitely going to be a nice refreshing start here for them. But if you're SIU Esports right now, you're going to have to take care of your lives. Look at this push coming in for Virus. Once again, the SMG duo is going to be there. First bloods are going to be exchanged, and now we are getting all of these eliminations to come through.
Yep, and it's going to be a quick round here for the set of SIU Esports. I mean, we did call that it might just go back to back to back here, and looking like it's going to be in that specific run, but really the pacing here has to calm down for I2K Esports. They don't like to play it slow, and looking like this time they want to go for a bombardment here all the way down to this A bomb side. Well, looking at the formation here for the set of SIU Esports, it's going to be a 1-2-2 split here. 2 players on that A bomb side, 2 players on B. And now I2K, they do get an opener. Septic looking to respond back. He does pull away, but 2 players already trying to cutting him off here from the bottom side. But it's going to be dope finding a double. TwoB, Septic goes under his hands. And now it's going to be Olive and Smokey left alone for the set of SIU Esports.
Oh, the flag is there. Sandpants gets a kill. And yeah, Olive, again, it is going to be episode 2 of a 1v4 situation. I mean, he did take down 3 players last round, but on the second round, but definitely was not able to clutch things up, and with the clock just ticking down to the last 20 seconds, yep, this one's over. Should be able to get this highlight killips. Gets one onto Dope. There's a guy up top on the train. He's not going to get that eye, but as soon as he moves in towards his bridge, should be able to spot down a couple of more players. But yeah, information's been spotted. 7 seconds up on the bomb side. I2K, they're going in for the hunt. Olive, he's going to have to withdraw from this position. He's going to keep himself alive, maintain that KD, because, you know, we are being tracked by Game 5, CODM.
You know, hey man, if I can't win a round, if I can't win the round, let me get the kills, you know? I gotta be on that spotlight for Game 5.
Yeah.
But hey, you know, at the end of the day, if you want to get more statistics up in the board, you really have to extend your journey into the competition. So pacing here for SIU Esports is a bit slow in regards to how they play retakes. I think the pressure is just really on, but you can't let the mental side kick in. As I2K Esports, unfazed, going to be going for another push here on this A-bomb side.
Yeah, I mean, a bit of more methodical approach here coming in for top. He's going to have that high ground on the trains, but he's going to take care of himself because there are already guys on the watchtower. So should not be able to get this live, but Varus now going for the front. He's going to get intercepted. Thop, again, he has to play that high ground. He has to check everywhere. He finds a double there. And now we got a 3v3 situation. The bomb is going to be prevented, and Olive wins a huge key gunfight. So now it's all about finding the players playing around, not only at the watchtower, but also coming in from these trains. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Alpha with a KRM on top. Just reading. Yeah. Just reading it like a book. SIU Esports, they go down once more. I2K now, they double it down. They take the lead here out away from SIU Esports. And looking like they, just by looking at the formation here, brother, they're going to go for another quick push here all down to the CB bomb site. Quick opener here for Legacy. Taking down Olive. Nope, finds a double now. Virus finds a fourth on the feet overall, and Rusted is left alone in a 1v5 situation. Couldn't do anything.
16 seconds is all it took for I2K to finish that round. I mean, I gotta agree. Already got the first blood onto Legacy. You already got that information. Oh, that there's a couple of guys holding down the ticketing booth. We gotta stack the resources there, and Varus was able to find one. Dope was able to find a double, and it all just snowballed out of control. And here we got SIU Esports trying to solve their problem here right now because of what the way I2K is playing this game, kind of a bit more aggressive compared to the first two attacks that they did.
And now finally they slow things down despite the fact that they do win 3 rounds in a row. Loving what I'm seeing here for a set of I2K. Playing off the tempo. Change of pace as we get to see in SIU Esports. They are still leaning towards getting the pickoffs, and Olive does get 1 kill.
I mean, Alpha, this is not the guy you want to stay alive, right? So you actually finally get to deal with him, but still going to be some guys up top here. Septic will not be able to get that kill onto Dope, so now it's a 2v2 situation once again. Dope has just been insane. He has just been a walking tourist. He's got 11 kills to his name, all down to Olive once again. He's gonna get stun checked. Now the push going through the numbers game in the hands of I2K, and Dope with the nade. Wow, 4-piece for him here.
You know what you gotta say, brother? That was pretty dope, brother.
Yeah, that was pretty dope. No pun intended.
I mean, come on, coordinate. I don't know if it was intended. Nade to the face, put the pressure in towards him, and then make him go out. Walk through the nade. And that's gonna be now I2K Esports up by 3 rounds compared to SIU Esports. And now we switch of sides. This time, SIU Esports looking to invest himself here all the way down to this A-bomb site, leaving Olive from the backside on at sniper to back himself up from the distance.
Yeah, I mean, look at Dope right now in a very cheeky spot. I don't think SIU has got an info that this guy is holding his ankle. So he's just playing the lockers game. Sundance able to get the first pick on the watchtower. So Dope is going to have an easier time. He does not have to worry about the guys on the top. So now he goes in for the spree. He has spotted 5 players so far and has eliminated 5 players in his last 2 rounds. So this guy is just unstoppable. Septic is the last guy alive, but 1v4.
1v4 situation. All eyes on you. Not just a team that has been failing to get the spotlight, but the players themselves. And Septic, it's about time for you to take this one all away. Get spotted down, the pressure is on. He does get 1, but Dope gets the trade. And now it's going to be I2K Esports on the match point advantage.
Yeah, 6 for 6 for Dope on his last altercations. Like, last 6 altercations up against SIU Esports. And You know, like for SIU Esports, this is the reps that's lacking right now for them, right? I mean, they clearly had a great idea on how to take it, but the gunfight is a lot better, and where seeing I2K go and take the hit.
And now they make a push here. SIU Esports, they take 2. I2K gets 1, and now it's going to be Rusted AF. Looking to run it down here. He does find a double. Looking to get some more. Smokey and Rusted on this wraparound. I2K not really getting the reads right now, but player 1, Dope, gets isolated by Smokey. He goes down. Now it's going to be Sundance left alone here in a 1v2 situation. If you're on the side of SIU Esports, you need this one badly.
Yeah, you got to put that bomb down. The B side is where you want exactly to be it at so far. I mean, you got 2 players. You guys have got great mobility, and the fire rate is just going to be insane. Sundance, you can tell that he's trying to eye out for an A bomb site, but that's exactly what's going to happen here. As we got SIU Esports just searching around, maybe spotting the guy down, maybe trying to find the cheeky spot where he could be at. But now that they secure the position, they're going to put that bomb down. Sundance on a 1v2.
Sundance, a bit far from the bomb. Looking like he wants to wrap around here towards tunnel. Possibly. Looking like this is going to be the tunnel. Pushing up to the terminal. Player 5, Rusted with a Fennec, is holding that angle, but doesn't really have the best weapon. Up against the Grau here. Under the hands of Sundance. Now he looks to get this one through. Time is ticking down, gets isolated, and the Fennec will be able to shut him down. And SIU Esports, they still live on.
Yeah, I mean, there we go. That's what you needed. That's what you get. Just play the numbers game, put that bomb down, keep that pressure. Now, one thing more likely that we saw there was Smokey, right? Finding that kill onto, I believe, was Alpha on that play, on that last round to get this to a 1v2 situation. And now you're going to be able to win your close range gunfight as well. You can see Olive now pulling in that Fennec. So now they got some more backup on this close range engage as they play more aggressive on this attack. It's going to be a 3v4 though. Look at Dope on the flank here.
Dope on the flank, spots on Smokey, sprays down, gets the kill. Looking to get some more. Septic on top. Septic looking to go for the challenge as well, but Dope still gets 1. How does this happen now, Septic here? You're gonna get isolated.
Gosh.
Dope shuts him down. And all of a sudden, by surprise, a blitz play from the side of SIU will not go anywhere, all because of Dope on this wraparound. TwoB looking to offer the same spectrum. But is it gonna matter? 1v2.
Oh no, I think it's going for 19 here. He's eyeing out for the most kills in an S&D game in this competition. With this kind of performance from him, right? I mean, multiple kill streaks that they've been able to line up. And the thing with TwoB, right? The bomb is dropped by the elevators. And you're going to have to pick that one up, but you're going to have to go through Dope and Legacy. You're going to have to play them. That isolation game is going to have to be on point if you're a TwoB. The read is true. He spots Dope. He backs away, but Legacy spots him, and that's it. I2K gets that victory.
Should have went for the closer player first so we could have backed away, but it's just not going to happen anymore. I2K Esports, they take game number 2 now. That's going to be 2 in a row for them. SIU Esports, no respondment whatsoever. And now as we head straight into control here, Callie, I'm not exactly so certain what to feel about SIU Esports.
I mean, they're doing pretty great for a qualifier team, man. I mean, this is a team that really still needs a lot more work on their mid-game, because that's where actually they get derailed by I2K Esports on these 2 maps of action that we got here so far. So, I mean, it's just all about putting that reps in for this team. This team really does have that potential to be something great, and I think these other teams, you know, all of these other tournament organizers have to watch out for SIU Esports. Although they may have taken this loss against I2K, those 3 rounds that they won were kind of pretty solid. It was the, you know, the, how do I say it? It's supposed to be how you try to win your defensive attacks. And that's how SIU Esports was able to do that, right? But for I2K, Dope, man, again, I think it was Alpha with a 2.0 KD. You know, we got I2K here. Dope with a 3.0 KD, 18-6 on his KD ratio.
You know, I think the key here for the SIU Esports, you know, when you're in a when you're put into a situation when there's just a lot of like gap between you and the opposition, the job here is not to really beat them, but make it harder for them. No, I mean, after all, if you're gonna go out of a tournament at least put up a fight, and they absolutely did. And that's exactly why I kind of commend SIU Esports for this very series itself. So proud for SIU Esports here, and they do own the spotlight for a moment or so, but I2K Esports will come out better tonight.
Yeah, not tonight. It's not over though. I still think that SIU Esports, they're gonna have like a pretty solid gameplay here at
I want it.
Crossroads track. I want to see a game 4. I want to see the game number 5. Let's lit the party up tonight. Although it is gonna be them losing the last 2 maps, realistically, it is still gonna be possible for them since this is going to be a best of 5. But reverse sweep can be possible so long as they do it chip by chip. But of course, before we even talk about the comeback, they have to take the challenge up against I2K Esports on the Crossroads tracks.
You know what? For instead of I2K, job's never over, not until it's over. So they're gonna find a way to close it down. Can't let the heat get built up here for SIU Esports, because you know I might just see a probability of a match number 4 here, especially since if we can possibly gauge on how it's gonna go down here for this match number 1. But hey, we'll see about this for now, and you know, and how we can determine and how this one's gonna play out. For SIU Esports, they did band off standoff, so looking like they don't really like to reside around a close quarter map. I think Crossroads can be a perfect fit for them if ever we can, you know, get to see them finally win it out. And as we get to see, first round, Cali, it's gonna be the offense here for instead of I2K, defense for instead of SIU Esports.
I mean, the DRH, I don't want to see it anymore. Just bring out the crowd, right? I mean, the DRH that we saw for Septic earlier was just kind of too slow, especially when they're trying to go for that rotation. But they're going to be starting on the defensive side here, which is going to be a big plus for them. They do take down some sets of players. Just trying to make that push over towards top fire. But again, still going to be a 50-50 battle here. I2K Esports definitely has got the mid-map control.
And looking like the contestant here from the set of Alpha will be continuous here for the set of I2K. Not only Smokey can make the play, he does absolutely get the kill. They wash down I2K Esports from this A parameter. I mean, this B parameter here. A parameter, actually, for this very time being. And looking like SIU Esports, they want to double it down. They're gaining map control, and this is looking to be a very good phase here for the set of SIU Esports right from the start.
Yeah, this is the ideal position that where you want to be at. Just initiate that spawn trap, just stop this team from getting grounds. But Virus able to get that 2 Bs, able to open up the B site, so now they're going to be able to have that mid-map control as well. That's going to be able to give the Virus an opportunity to at least get 3 kills before still getting shot down. And now it is going to be a reverse situation in here. This time, Alpha and I2K having a lot more better control on the map. And this time, SIU Esports has to break off from this spawn trap that we just have right now from Dope.
Yeah, I mean, the first initial intention here from SIU Esports was looking pretty good, but once they lose their train of thought, I2K Esports, they're just able to penetrate all throughout the map, and they're getting big map control here out away from SIU Esports. B capture already ensued, A as well, and they get the lives here on towards their side. SIU Esports back against the wall.
Wait, 7 kills? Can we see 8? There we go. I mean, that's 2 players alive now for SIU Esports. And it's all about this mid game where we see a squad like SIU Esports kind of fall apart, right? I mean, they always hang on greatly and playing all of these ideal spots in the 3 maps that they have played here today, right? I mean, that mid game round adjustments that we're just seeing for I2K was just a lot better. You saw Dope there ending up with at least 8 kills before getting shot down, and it was able to put I2K in an optimal spot to actually take the round number 1.
We get to see round number 2 here. It's going to be I2K Esports picking off the first 2 kills. Virus will be the man. SIU Esports looking to make a play here on this A parameter, and looking like they are going to try to get a few kills, and he absolutely converts. But no pushes whatsoever. They divert themselves here all the way down to this B control point.
As smokes are going to be used here by I2K to close that gap down, and they're bringing out the Gravity Vortex to get all of the shots, and Dope. I mean, this guy has just been everywhere, right? I mean, he is just really him at this point in time.
Timothy. His Timothy, brother. And now Predator flies through. Dope gets the kill. And that's going to be I2K Esports once more breaking loose now. They extend their formation here to the enemy side. Virus on it. Equalizer will find one, but the War Machine from the set of Septic will shut him down. TwoB looking to make a push, but it's not going to happen at all. But the rest of his comrades here will be pushed up down the cargo, and it's going to be Legacy on his Annihilator. Will find one, looking to get a double. A lot of opportunities up front, and he
My
gets the conversion.
gosh. Oh, look at this piece is just coming through for Legacy, and look at the live count now for CODM Esports. They're down to their last 7, but they do have that numbers game. They do have that numbers on the capture points, but that soon would be fended off by I2K Esports. You got Dope still really a pretty massive role for the squad. He's got 18 kills to his name and has never stopped since the performance that he got from that S&D game. Rusted, last guy alive now for the side of CODM Esports. He's gonna get ganked up by Dope, who earns himself 20 kills on 2 rounds.
Yeah, CODM Esports here is just really suffering now. A lot of trouble here that they are facing, coming from the rotations, formation, the gunfights. Not looking to be the ended case, but hey, one less chance is what they have right now. Can't afford to drop around, and so far they do get a quick opener onto Sundance. Sundance drops the War Machine, Bob shuts him down, and now they try to go back and forth here on top of the railings. And looking like it's going to be a back and forth battle here. No definition as of the moment.
I mean, that control is still up for grabs here for these 2 squads. Now, you got 2 esports having 2 operators. Make that 4 operators available on this round itself. I think it just has to be brought out. It's desperation attempt for them, but you're always getting gunned down in this current scenario. And right now, I2K has got a better mid-map control, as well as that spawns is in their hands right now.
And now, CODM Esports pushed up here. Rusted, gonna be able to invest an equalizer, but on the feed, Olive finds a triple on that Sparrow. Rusted pushed up, now the formation is on, and they have the play right now to take away the lives of I2K. I2K Spawn's gonna get resetted down, but player 1 and player 4 is pushed up as well into the spawns of CODM Esports. This is a battle trade-off for the kills here, Cali.
Yeah, you just have to go through it, man. You gotta go for the trophy right now. You can get this elimination. Trusted AF. I mean, yes, nice defense on towards the A side. You're going to be able to stop the push coming for I2K. Just 24 seconds just for you to get the ground here. But TwoB and crew now able to get a quick clean on towards the B side. Legacy and crew now forced to play that reset. 18 seconds left.
Despite how much impact you're seeing here from the side of CODM Esports, I2K is just going to double it down now. Time is dwindled here as of the moment, but the lives are diminished for the side of CODM Esports. Alpha on that Vortex will find a double. Last player now for the side of CODM Esports. Smokey on it, Annihilator gets spotted down. Can he find a duel to work out? Misses 2 shots, 3 shots in, and Sundance from the wraparound will shut down CODM Esports on this tournament.
Yeah, nice win for them, right? Nice timing on the operator skill to finally end it up. And yeah, I mean, nice gameplay for CODM Esports. We saw again the potential that this team could actually pack, especially when they're playing that early game. Just need a couple of more reps in the competition to actually put their will through it, right? But then again, spotlight goes towards I2K Esports. I mean, Dope was everywhere, dude. I mean, in the S&D, he scored at least like 19 kills. This crossroad control, he scored 20 kills on the first 2 rounds. 10 kill per round ratio. That is insane.
Yeah, I mean, gonna hand it down to Alpha and Dope here for the squad of I2K Esports. Alpha, come again, had a 2.0 KD on the run there for Hardpoint, and for the set of Dope, was able to carry the squad big time. Especially, you know, the big player there on the wraparound for the last and final round. GG, well played. Hands down, I2K Esports, a team that you should be watching out for.
Yeah, I mean, this team, I think they are in good hands, right? I mean, you got 2 solid Slayers in Alpha and Dope that can erupt anytime. Then you also got Legacy that provides you that staple damage when you're playing that S&D and when things just get slowed down a little bit. Then you also got Virus and Sundance that can erupt anytime, right? So, yeah, I2K Esports, they will be advancing to the next stage. They will be taking on Team Vitality tomorrow, which is still going to be a best of 5, so you stay tuned on that. But these games are far from over, right? I mean, this is just our second game for the day. Yes, our second game. Team Vitality won up against NS Official through a through forfeit. So, yeah, third game ahead is going to be Godlike and crew, so that's going to be interesting. But I2K, they're going to be able to take this win. And so marks our first donut on the season.
We love myself some donuts. Unfortunately, I can't take too much sweets, so I need to see a battle between Vitality and I2K tomorrow night. But hey, wrap it up.
No.
CODM Esports.
I want to see your battle for I want to see your battle against Diabetes, man. But yeah, here we go. That's it. That's it.
I was about to
That's
say,
it.
brother.
You were about, okay. I think I jumped you through it. I am deeply apologizing.
It's okay, man. But hey, it's all good. It's all good for SIU Esports. Once again, you know, a qualifier team, be it. Nice one. GG well played. We wrap it up here for SIU Esports to go down 0-3 up against ITK. Up next is going to be your boys from Godlike up against Divinity.
back to CODM India Clash Season 1. It's Kelly Gaming down here with Warden to bring you guys this third game of the day. It's Divinity going up against Godlike, the second best team in the world stage right now. And you know what? I'm looking forward to this gameplay, Warden.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to myself as well here. I hope I'm not really going to be getting a lot of hiccups while... not as much of a hiccup as we got to see on towards that match series number 1 here, but rest assured here, voice pretty clear. Never mind the face. After all, we only really get to see each other on the caster deck. But yeah, it's gonna be a big matchup here, Godlike against Divinity, and I don't exactly know what to expect here because I know for a fact, yes, for sure, all praise Godlike for being the number 2 team in the World Champs, but it's gonna mean quite a lot as well for Divinity, especially if they can put up a fight.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta agree with you in that, right? I mean, Divinity is a qualifier team. They made their way in here just like SIU Esports. So you're gonna have to kind of expect that they really might have just to step things up, especially right off the start, because you never really know what's gonna happen, especially when you're going up against Godlike, who had managed to defeat Luminosity Gaming when they were playing at the World Champs last year back in December, right? So yeah, a total challenge here for the side of Divinity. I think it's gonna be great for them, right? It's a great learning lesson for them to go up against the Rat of Godlike. They got Prevail, Strong, Slur, Neutrino, and Abyss. So yeah, the Superstars team, their Superstar squad, they're either going to dominate this and go for no mercy, or just kind of play around their foot just like Powerhouse, man.
I don't exactly know if I want to see them playing around. I want to see each and every team just show up and just give up their best, because it's exactly how we can fairly gauge how this one's going to play out. But obviously on the other side of the spectrum, we got Divinity here, we got Kinochi, we got Cravings, we got Kane as well alongside with Asman, and last but not the least, we got Moon.
I don't think we're going to be able to see Cravings player today, so it's most likely going to be in the game. I saw it in the comment section. Cravings is too busy with, like, what, girls? I don't know if that's true, but you guys have to confirm that to me in chat below if you ever actually hear what I was saying, right? But finally, we get to see the team introduction and take a look at our maps and modes here as well. It's still going to be a best of 5 series. So, interesting that we're going to be ending up in Takeoff Hardpoint here. We also got Firing Range, S&D, and we got Crossroad on our first 3 maps. Should we get to see a long game, we are going to have Apocalypse and Tunisia as map 4 and map number 5.
Yeah, so Takeoff here is going to be a map that we all know Godlike is really remarkable at. We've seen them hustle down teams from the World Championship, and they were pretty convincing. And obviously Firing Range, the infamous Firing Range, iconic casters like Shift was able to analyze the plays of Godlike in this very map itself, and they absolutely played this one into perfection, my guy.
I think, when we had a brief discussion with Coach Jay and BFAMU before we start even the start of the final day of the World Champs, we were saying that, this Firing Range, this default setup that we're seeing from Godlike is what we actually usually see back in 2020, 2021, right? So that kind of strategy actually paid out very well for the side of Godlike, and even utilizing those smokes to cover out those mid maps were pretty insane for them. So for me, honestly, I'm looking forward to that S&D Firing Range. Definitely the best map that Godlike can offer when they're playing that hard, when they're playing at S&D.
And heading down to Tunisia as well. I mean, I do hope we get to see a game number 5 this time around, because I want to see more Godlike action in that weird side of the spectrum. But before anything else, we are going to be talking about Hardpoint number 1. Game number 1 here. It's going to be Takeoff. Callie, take it away.
Here we go. First map of this second game that we got here live today. Godlike will be facing whoever's going to win between Anthem and TwoB on the next match we have here today. But for that, they're going to have to take a look at how well they're going to be facing off against the qualifier team that we got in this series and in this season itself. That's going to be Divinity. Talking about the attack side, they're going to be bullied away from their initial position, and you can see Godlike just putting all of the resources inside of the Hardpoint. And yeah, they don't have the power position, but they do have that gunfights to back them up to make sure that the Hardpoint is going to be intact and they're the ones claiming.
Yeah, the formation here from set of Godlike, despite the fact that in regards to rotation, Hardpoint number 2 is not really going to be the best of shape, but it's going to be Trunks here wrapping around here all the way down to B4 to get some sort of cut off as well here out away from Divinity. And as soon as I get to say that as well, they do get the spawns as well for Hardpoint number 2, and it's just showing what kind of mastery they can offer on towards this map. 32-1 will be the scoreline. A pretty dominant start here for the of Godlike.
Yeah, now we're going to see some time here for the side of Divinity. I mean, it is still going to be very beneficial. At least all the points you can get, you're going to have to take it. Everything is kind of too important here. Hardpoint is going to be kind of a 50-50 on the spawns, but you see number 3 in blue, that's going to be Chonk sticking down that player. That's going to be allowing his team to flip that spawn over and get this team to spawn all the way to generators. So that's more time coming in the hands of Godlike here.
Yeah, it's going to be 45-4. Lead is just getting extensive and extensive here as time passed by, and Divinity, they don't really have any response whatsoever. 4-man push can be offered here from the front side. Make it a 3-man push now as one player goes down. Abiz finds a double. Asman gets a trade, but Trunks is right there as well to back things up here for the set of Godlike. And nowhere to be found, Divinity we go.
Yeah, 62-4. This is just kind of very punishing right now for the side of Divinity. But I mean, right now, I just hope that they just bring it forward, or just keep on fighting. Don't lose any sort of momentum here at all. Just put your numbers inside of that hard point and at least take as much time as you can get to play up against the second best team in the world last year, right?
I mean, this is absolutely the godlike fashion here that we're seeing into this very game itself. Rotations all down to hardpoint number 3 will be given for the set of Godlike here, but player 3 actually beats him right into it. I mean, absolutely yes, Trunks gonna be the man with a claw, will not be able to get more out from the case, but at the same time, you know, they do have a beast here on top with a Sparrow, will take down Tinachi. Neutrino will find one, and overall, Godlike here is just full control in custody inside this game.
Yeah, I mean, Abyss right now top 4 control. We're going to be able to take down the guys spawning on towards the generators, and they got all of these investments coming through from the operators that's been able to let them get all these eliminations, and Divinity is really struggling to get inside this point. The stack is there, and they're feeling all the pain that they're seeing right now. The gunfights definitely just clearly a lot better for the side of Godlike here in this matchup, and they could not just get anything to get that hard point break. Now you're going to have to think the bigger picture, head over towards next, so that the next time that you actually go in and the hard point expires, you're going to be able to have that early setup. You get the good spawns as well, and you also have your operators to back you up and get this break.
And as Godlike dominates the run for hardpoint number 3, they also win the rotations here for 4, and it's not really a really good shape here for a set of Divinity. Frontside spawn for them down the generators, and they're getting trampled here back and forth, but gotta rely on head here to try to make the difference on the Annihilator. Does spot down one, finds a double. Big kills for him, but he goes down on the Predator, and the rest of the comrades here for set of Divinity is still nowhere to be found inside the hardpoint.
Yeah, Neutrino, I mean, with his classic war machine, we already know what happened with him in Hacienda Hardpoint when they were playing up against Velocity Gaming, and it has been a signature operator skill for this guy right there. But finally, we are seeing some time in the hands of Divinity. You got Kayan holding up the hardpoint with the equalizer, able to take down some players, and God learned gonna get eliminated. So yeah, at least getting themselves in double-digit score, that could be a big boost for them, but gotta do more as we head into the reset onto P1.
Just not double it down, triple or quadruple it down for them to catch up here up against Godlike. And as we get to see right now, Godlike playing the same old-fashioned hardpoint number 1, just zoning every sectors here into this very map. Neutrino here will be on C side. Player 1 learned that's gonna be him here all down to ticket booth, and they do have an opener here, but Divinity, they don't really have not too much of a you know, awful formation. They can absolutely get this one through, especially if they win off those gunfights.
Yeah, I mean, Kayan and crew now, I mean, Hardpoint is just resetted, and seems like they're going to be spawning all the way towards Stadium. That's going to be a big, easy spawn trap now for the side of Godlike. As you can see, they're just claiming so much time. They're just going in for that choke. They don't want to tap getting all of these points. They just want to end this one quickly, just mean business, and give Divinity that no mercy, that respect, that no matter what team you are, we're actually going to try to beat you down with our full strength, and that's exactly what you want, the respect from this team, to just go through it and just give Divinity that hard time for them to actually find that weakness as they head into S&D later on.
When a team plays at their 100%, that is the best showmanship of sportsmanship here, and that's what Godlike is doing right now. But Asman will have 16 kills for him. might just be able to double it down as well, as there's going to be plenty of
Oh my
opportunities
gosh.
here, but too much opportunities towards his face. Will not be able to do anything at all, but that's going to be enough for him to put pressure, enough for the rest of the squad of Divinity to hop inside a hill.
Oh, look at this Abyss with the Sparrow just pulling out the show, gets the 3Ps and also flip the spawns. Now it is gonna be more troublesome for this team because now you got Godlike Neutrino with the War Machine, so you got this team spawning all the way out. And how is he even spawning and getting all of these kills and just timing it correctly? This guy just knows how to get all of them piece by piece. So this final 25 seconds needs to get contested, or it might just get a lot worse if you are Divinity right now.
Masterclass performance here for a set of Godlike, and they only need to claim 30 more points away from Divinity for them to close out this takeoff Hardpoint. And all over the place, Predators flying through, bullets through the skies. Godlike is able to convert them big time. Moving into Hardpoint number 3, early rotations here for Divinity. Can they finally hold their grounds?
Yeah, I mean, Generators will be won by Pophead. Godlike Trunks now pushing up top, and he's gonna get that break, and his teammates gonna be able to follow that one up. EMP is gonna be invested here by Godlike just to stop the push inside and remove all those trophy systems so that they can deploy that Predator missile. And the attention to detail is gonna be insane. 5 more seconds, the countdown begins, and it's gonna be Godlike now trying to end this with the win, but 3 operators invested here by the side of Divinity. It is not gonna be enough, as we got Godlike taking home the first map on this best of 5.
Divinity will not be rising this time here for takeoff Hardpoint. It's just gonna be the super team Godlike prevail. Trunks learn Neutrino and Abyss, showing what they were able to do in the world stage.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Again, for me, my personal MVP right now here definitely was, Neutrino for Godlike. But if on the other side we're talking, it has to be Asman, man. I mean, he was the one able to streak up at least 2 to 3 kills up against Godlike, and the AR definitely has some sort of promise for him. But yeah, I mean, the 50 to 31. I could have expected more for Divinity, but I mean, you're going up against one of the strongest teams, and you got one of the strongest coach in there in Igor as well. So I guess right now this is a learning lesson for the side of Divinity to actually gauge what they need to improve on.
And you know, if we're gonna be able to check out these factors, really, gunfights is such a big deal. It doesn't matter what kind of projections you can offer into the battlefield. If you can't really back it up with gunfights, then it's not gonna go anywhere at all. So it's gonna be a big learning curve here. After all, Divinity is a qualifier team here on this tournament. Going up against an invited team like Godlike, going against a world stage team like Godlike, is gonna be a big punch down that you really have to endure. And hey, fortunately, you know, we were able to see them hustle things down just a little bit, but it wasn't convincing enough. Let's see if it's gonna be any different here for Search and Destroy, firing range.
Yeah. Search and Destroy, firing range. Esopagus. I don't know why I didn't say that. My bad, chat. But yeah, okay. Let's focus on the game itself. Enough with the talk firing range SND. It was breakdown by Shift. Godlike, this is one of their best maps. I mean, they took the luminosity on this map itself, and I don't know why, but again, the triple stack that they always do on the trailer side has got to be one of the hardest thing to control when you're on the attack side. You cannot push the trailer side. You're at least left with an attack all the way towards the B side, but that's a bait, honestly, for you to get attacked on by Godlike on the retake. So I don't know. I feel like for the side of Divinity here, they're gonna have to slow it down off the start.
I mean, you really have to, because Godlike, Masterclass, Search and Destroy, they offer really good pinches. They really offer a good around flanks. The defense, the way that they're able to like respond back to an offensive take onto any bomb sites, absolutely amazing to see. So if it's not going to be the time here for Divinity to show up, it's absolutely going to be a moment for them to just cherish and learn from Godlike.
Yeah, I mean, not all the time you get to play or scrim up against Godlike, right? You know what? I tried to put my team and scrim up against top tier teams in the Philippines. I get rescinded down. It hurts, but yeah, this is really a great learning curve for the side of Divinity, right? As a qualifier team, you may have taken this loss, but there's opportunity for you to learn up against the best inevitably something that you have to cherish on, right? But so far for Pophead, last guy alive will be shot down by Neutrino. Bump was happening though, so I guess for that round, Godlike really had it in.
Can't miss shots like those though. So
Yeah.
really unfortunate take right there. Only Kane was able to get 1 kill off the very round. Godlike. Once again, Learn and Neutrino will be accumulating those 5 kills. Now, to kick things off, Moon will be able to get the first kill.
Ooh.
Moon finds a double now. Kane finds 1 as well, accumulating triple so far on the feed. But in the process, 1 player goes down. It's going to be Asman. And it's going to be a 4v2 situation here. Possible round here. Big possible round here for a set of Divinity.
Yeah, Pophead is all the way back. Trunks, last guy alive. Oh, he wins that clutch. 1v1. But yeah, we're still on 1v3 here. Sinachi could be on the Woodhouse. Trunks, he has to play all of these angles correctly. But you can see the idea there right now for Divinity, right? They stack 1 player on the trailer. They got 1 guy holding down the fence. Something very similar to what Godlike has been doing on the defensive side when they're playing back in the last year's World Champs. But yeah, with a last little bit of a twist to it, with their sniper exposed in the open barrels. But Trunks now enters that mid-map.
Oh no.
Gets that kill. And finally we get to see the kill through with Moon with that scope. They tie up the rounds. Okay, great. If you're the side of Divinity.
Really good run. Moon getting it all true. Now, Divinity with them responding back 1 round. Can they change this one through? Godlike, what kind of offense are they going to offer this time around? Looking like they want to go for a default, while Divinity will be having a very default formation here at 2-1-2.
Okay, so now they're going to try to play it slow in this first 20 seconds. Trying to use up those utilities to try to maybe spot down some of these guys. But you can see Abyss holding up that scope. Now, he's going to have eyes on the long A. There was a guy there earlier, so that is not going to give them any kill, but they do have that information that there's no player there, so they can go for that push. They're using that smoke on that mid-map to push that trailer, and look at that mid-map control and the pressure from Godlike. As soon as the bomb gets planted, the retake is going to be quite hard for the side of Divinity.
Oh, Trunks, big kill onto Asman. Kane hops up, looks to get the trade, absolutely converts. And now he pushes up here to the trailer. Challenges prevail, but prevails out of the moment. And now it's going to be Moon left alone here as Pophead goes down. With a scope in hand, what can he do? He does spot one player inside the bomb side, but the Grau will be able to overpower him down. And Godlike, they take the lead right back.
Okay, interesting. I mean, that's a really nice way to disrupt that rhythm coming in for Divinity. They were expecting kind of a very aggressive attack coming in for Godlike, but they slowed it down and used those utilities to just try to get those angles and play through a sniper. So this time, look at all these utilities just being thrown out. And now that they get the first blood, they also get an opening on the A bomb site. Put that bomb down and put that pressure, make this a 4v5 retake for Divinity.
Yeah, 4v5, Divinity. They have pretty much every player located here on the mid strike, but looking like they want to wrap around here all down. Just around the vicinity of the Americans. Lurin holding the angle. Gonna spray down, finds 1. Kane gets the trade. Abiz from afar will be able to take down Pophead. And it's gonna be a 2v4 situation here once more. Divinity back against the wall. But Kane does get the break here, making a bit of more room. And Kenochi left alone here in the 1v2. He does get 1, but Neutrino will get the trade with a sniper. And Godlike, they extend the lead by 2.
Yeah, I mean, a nice try there on a very one-dimensional push for Divinity, right? Yeah, but you see that there was definitely an idea on how to try to take that. Just was not expecting that guy to be by the tin window. But yeah, I mean, nice try for the side of Divinity there. Now this time, Godlike Trunks exposing himself in the open here again. That strategy is just really getting these players off guard, but the first blood's gonna get exchanged when that bomb does get planted.
Prevail finding a double. Big shots just overall coming in here for a set of Godlike. But Asman will be able to get the trade, lowering down the number just a little bit, but not enough to equalize the game. 2v3 situation. Asman out in the open, L-card to the face by Neutrino. And it's going to be 1-4 now. And you know, Callie, I just want to say, shout out to the people that knows Moonscope from Vitality back then. I love the fact that Moon here for the set of Divinity. Yeah, and it's not Moonscope, but I love the fact that his name is Moon.
Oh.
And he's using a sniper. I miss Moonscope.
I thought it was Moonscope himself. Flashbacks, but Moon, oh man, I see you glitching that spot. That's not allowed, man. But again, you're gonna get through it. I'm gonna allow it. Trunks, I mean, gets the first blood. I mean, Moon, he does have that info on the guy on that Woodhouse, but you see the extension coming in from Chunks in that at this trailer, you know, right? It is just gonna be able to stop the guys trying to push on that mid map.
No, 2v3. Bomb's gonna get planted here for the set of Godlike. When learn from barrels, we'll be able to get one. Moon left alone on the scopes. We'll be able to get one. What a shot! Learn from him, boy. A Bees gets isolated, but Moon misses the shot. Moon swings out, checks in, left to right, but Trunks shuts him down, and Godlike a round away from match point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not expecting Moon to clutch that one up, but I mean, a nice scope from him, right? And yeah, Moon scopes definitely a great sniper legend. Will forever be missed, man. I mean, it's not that he's just been inactive, right? I mean, again,
yep,
I'm not considering him dead, but he is definitely inactive. But Godlike now has spotted that information. Look at the flag from Chunks already on the first 15 seconds. They got the first blood. These guys, they know how to operate like a robot.
They're reading, firing range like a book. Asman left alone. A Bees from the wraparound, and Godlike quickly as we speak, Ali. They're on the match point advantage.
I mean, the amount of pacing that I want to talk about in this map itself, right? I think we need to see Shift break this down again. We need to see how this one handles up, right? And see if there's gonna be some new strats that this team actually build up. But Godlike pushing up aggressive. Trunks now already in the Woodhouse.
Oh, Trunks pushing in, not gonna waste any time at all. And Godlike all of a sudden, by surprise, owning it once more. But Divinity, they don't want to go down with a fight, but they can't get the read on to Godlike. Left alone, Pophead, learn, shuts it down. And Godlike, they win Search and Destroy in a dominant fashion, just like Hardpoint.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, I'm still kind of lost for words. I mean, the pacing was just... I was expecting that kind of pacing, but I was not expecting it to be that kind of fast, right? I mean, after you watch their replays when they're playing those firing range S&Ds last year, you're gonna be expecting all of these kind of strategies to work through for the side of Godlike, but yeah, it just feels different when you're the ones playing inside the game and when you're actually seeing it and in a bird's eye view. And again, it's still gonna be a nice shot for the side of Divinity to take at least one round away from Godlike. I mean, this is gonna be their best S&D map, and learn he's gonna get that MVP here on this match, but we all know why he does get that. It was planting the bomb, man.
Yeah, I mean, the coordination here for a set of Godlike was just pretty immense, pretty intense. I mean, I love the fact that you did say that it's just harder when you're the one playing the game, because, you know, on a bird's eye view, you get to see every critical mistake, but for the side of Divinity, they were pretty blinded for the most part, and you can't really blame them at all. The way that Godlike was playing this competition for firing range, search and destroy, talk about how that, you know, that match, I mean, that round that was able to force it match point advantage. Come on. The wraparound right there was just too fast to be read, Callie.
Yeah, and again, you gotta give credit to Godlike, man. I mean, insane plays from them. Take off firing range, they're gonna be able to win it in a very dominant manner. But Divinity, they still got a chance to actually, you know, play this matchup. They still got one more game. In fact, if they do ever want to get that comeback, they got 3 games available in here. And I just think that, you know, in this crossroads strike, you're just gonna have to play a lot faster up against this squad. You're gonna have to play them with their SMG. You're gonna have to outwork them, and it's gonna be quite taxing, especially when you are trying to match that pacing, but you're gonna have to play on your own set of pacing, so that you're gonna have an opportunity to actually dictate where you want to go inside of the map and where you want to actually dictate where these teams are gonna be holding that spawns once they do get eliminated. But yeah, obviously, Godlike, as expected, as the #2 team in the world stage, I repeat, they're gonna be able to take
world
that
stage.
2-0 lead. Yeah.
Gotta say it, world stage. It's the world stage, guys. I mean, you know, Divinity, gonna be a tough learning curve here, but it's one of the best ways to put it. #1 team in India, number 2 team in the whole world, taking down Luminosity Gaming, taking down basically Europe during the run for the Swiss stage. So, yeah. Godlike, all eyes on you for this one. Divinity, just savor the moment, learn from it, and who knows? We might just be able to see another Indian team that will be able to rise himself to the rooftops for the world stage of this year.
Yeah, they made it. Europe just really made. they looked weak because of Godlike. And to top that all off, at the final elimination game, it was Europe versus Europe. So it was really kind of unfair for them that it had to go that way. But you know, redemption season is always going to be a big thing. Godlike in the Eastern teams, they have already won up against the banter from Vague back in 2022. So now this time Godlike will now return that favor to Vague and the Western regions to actually get themselves to work through it to actually win the next event, right? So definitely looking forward to that.
Looking forward to it as well, man. I mean, you know, as we all thought that 2024, when it comes around, Call of Duty Mobile is gonna die down. Absolutely no. We get granted by a tournament that it's gonna be. Look at it to India. You know, when your own country, when your own region gets to put themselves into the world stage and prove themselves, you can expect more tournaments like this. Brought to you by Clash, Call of Duty Mobile Clash, GG, the India Clash Season 1, Cali. And it's just going to get better and better, man.
Yeah, I mean, a big shout out to our major sponsor as well, to Mr. Omar Mohammed for giving us an opportunity to start the year off with the first Call of Duty Mobile tournament in, I believe, the entire 7 regions that we got in the Call of Duty Mobile. So I guess that is gonna be a big first for us, Borden. But obviously for Godlike and crew, they are using this kind of tournaments to experiment those sort of strategies and hone their skills, and also try to build up as much of the momentum as they can get so that they can actually play great at the India qualifiers for the ESL Mobile Masters 2024, which will be held in Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Yeah, can't wait to see this one play out. I want to see teams here bounce back. You know, might just be Godlike, might just be Vitality, might just be TwoB as well, or might just be Divinity if they can prove themselves here at this last and final matchup, possibly the last and final matchup here on Crossroads Control. As we get to see the kicker here, it's going to be Godlike getting most of the kills, and unfortunately, the Cinderella story not looking to be in the best shape for the first step.
All right, I hate this spot where Abyss is at right now, because teams will focus on him. Then you have number 1 in Learn holding down the patio. Now, I guess that's one way for you to continue up that spawn trap, and it definitely has been working for them, right? I mean, like 17 lives just went down on like, the first 42 seconds of this game. We do have some objective work now coming in for the side of Divinity now. They're heading on to B. They have done one segment in, but look at that rotation from Godlike. They have already made the way to find that counter to stop that push from happening.
Now it's going to be 19-9 here. Divinity once more just having a hard time putting up a fight up against Godlike. Looking like they try to make an opener here from the bottom side. Kane does get one, but the trade comes in here from instead of a B's, and that's exactly where Godlike shines here, Cali. You know, once a one player from instead of Godlike goes down, you can totally expect a trade will come true, and it's how exactly why Divinity, the life is just half compared to Godlike.
Yeah, Kayan. Ooh, he wins that one. Nice, clean. But 11 lives for Godlike. That is a lot, but you have an opportunity to get that spawn trap enabled. You got Pobet there, which you just try to play for those trades. We got like slowing it down, but Kane now finding that good read. He's got that high ground. Now Prevail trying to swing on by. He's got that jump, and he's gonna get an elimination. Pobet, last guy for the side of Divinity. He's gonna be able to build up to a great streak, but he'll get caught down. Round 1 goes to Godlike.
Yeah, Godlike here showing up their moves like Joe themselves, and moving now. Let's see what can Divinity offer here on the defensive side. Godlike, we all know how quick they are in regards to swarming the map. So Divinity, they have to find themselves in a situation where they don't get trampled down. And so far, Godlike is going to be pushing up all down to this BA control point. And it's looking like it's a big cutoff here from Godlike. And this opener here might just be the demise here for Divinity.
Yeah, look at that play from Abyss, right? I mean, he's already way behind enemy lines. He does help his team funnel down the spawns coming in from the rocks, so that's gonna be a lot easier for them to actually take them head on the B side. So far, the defense is gonna work so far at the B side. As you can see that the team of Divinity is able to actually take down some guys, but look at that, Brett. I mean, that's just unfair. Where's the trophies?
Where's the trophies? Where's the gunfights? Where's the train of thought here? I mean, Divinity right now, they're on a panic mode, but hey, it's all okay, quite understandable. Godlike, Trunks pushing up now. Gonna go on a tree spree overall. You get to see all over the place. It's just a mark here done by Godlike.
I mean, Trunks, I hate that they're just holding this spawns, right? They are just manipulating where we're actually having Divinity get into it after they get eliminated by the rocks itself. And now, with some of their players actually going around the map, you can see that the last player now will be Asman. Oh no. He's literally back against the corner, back against the wall. Everybody's chasing him. He flies through Abyss, and crew gets that final blow.
I don't know what kind of discipline Coach Eager did to Godlike for them to not go for the execution. I know for a fact, you know, if I think that Coach Eager is like Coach Carter, where you can't play off the games, then I know he's gonna be quite mad. So
Yeah.
I'm loving the fact that Godlike didn't go for the execute. But hey, let's move on now. Possibly the last and final round. Godlike here gonna go on an investment spree.
No.
Equalizer, War Machine now out from the way of Godlike, and they're just confronting. Wait, did he just scope in with the War Machine?
No, he's coped in with the Locust. Chill down.
Oh.
It's just a visual spot, but look at the Trino popping off, man. If not for the Locust, it's the LCAR9. This dude, yeah, he is a savant when it comes to just going in for that spawn trap. Everybody's just going around, and Neutrino just having a field day shooting these players. And yeah, the spawn trap is not looking good right now for the side of Divinity. I mean, look at the plays from Godlike. They are just, yeah, they're giving no mercy here.
Yep, definitely. 9 to 23 here, 8 to 23. Lives just going lower and lower for the side of Divinity. 25 seconds left on the clock as well. Nowhere to be found. Divinity, Kane, what are you gonna do? Absolutely nothing. Asman, last in player, and can't even win the gunfight with the claw up against the Fennec. Godlike, they win 3 in a row. Second donut for this tournament.
Yeah, I think you really have to expect those kind of performance. Yeah, we have already talked about it time and time again. And yeah, a nice try for Divinity, right? And the thing, the brackets was just too tough. And this RNGs from this kind of tournaments really is gonna be giving you a better odds of winning, right? For Godlike, facing off Divinity here, a qualifier team, it's gonna have that field day, but as soon as they move upper in the semifinals, it's gonna get quite tougher. But yeah, still big thanks for Divinity for putting in the time and participating in this event, right? I mean, they were one of our standouts at the qualifiers. They were able to dominate their run. They were undefeated at the qualifiers, but only to be dismantled here by Godlike. But still gonna be great for them because they're able to go up against Godlike, man. Not only that, it's not every day that you actually face things like this.
Yep, not every day exactly. And I mean, fortunately, every tournament, as time passed by, the talents get filtered out, and we're gonna be able to get to see the best out of the best. Callie, we've done pretty much the 3 matches here. Unfortunately, the first match didn't really happen. We didn't really get to see NS and Vitality fight it out, but moving over, I2K advances, Godlike advances, and moving over, we're about to see a few more to pan out here, and I don't exactly know what to expect. I want to see TwoB to go against Godlike here in the long run.
Yeah, I mean, if you try to take a look at the discussion we got from Twitter, right? TwoB was able to take at least one map up against Smart Omega. And I think it was Team Vitality or Godlike that did not have any up against the Garena teams when they were playing in the Mega Alliance tournament. And which was like, I think it was a 25,000 prize pool, right? Which was a lot. But yeah, we all know Godlike, they have already proven themselves. But TwoB, you know, being one of the superstar teams that are on the rise, and with, I believe, Zampies as their main coach, yeah, there's serious potential on that team as they move forward into that Indian qualifier tournament. But with this win from Godlike, we have already decided 3 games already, and with this win, that marks it as another 3-0 for our schedule of the day. And on our last game for this matchup, winner will be playing up against Godlike, and Anthem and TwoB, they are up next to play their elimination game. When we come right back up, it will be another best of 5 action. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. back to Call of Duty Mobile Ninja Clash Season 1. It is going to be our final game for the elimination rounds. It is going to be TwoB versus Anthem. And I feel like this is going to be more closer than the other games that we had today, Warden.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Anthem has a fight that needs to be put up here because I know the work ethic here for the set of 2B is really remarkable. I mean, yes, for sure, they didn't make it to stage 5, but they were, just working their booty off, looking to grind into the greener region, into all across the regions, honestly, and just testing the waters out. So there has been a lot of preparations that 2B was able to put up. Let's see if Anthem had the same. I think I got concussion because I can't hear anything.
Yeah, you cannot hear me because I got myself muted. But but back to what I was saying, man. I mean, 2B, this squad right here, right, really showed so much potential in the Megalaya tournament where they're able to take at least one map up against Sparta Mega on a LAN tourney. It definitely speaks a lot on what this team has been able to output all throughout that year. Master, we talk about him at the back end where it was a player for Revenant Esports before, so clearly veteran player that is looking to get 2024 for himself and for his team.
And I think I could say the same thing as well here for Beast. Beast was also a player from the set of Revenant, so there's a lot of history involved here for this very squad. And once more, there has been a lot of preparation that they have been wanting to do all throughout their presence here into this very game. So let's see what Anthem can offer into the spectrum itself. But for now, we just gotta wait.
Yeah. So far, that's it. Gonna be it for 2B, right? I mean, at the Hyderabad Invitationals, they definitely had so much potential. But here for Anthem, they got Ecstasy, Starboy, Parihar, Fallen, and Whisk. And yeah, I mean, if we're talking about top tier teams, Anthem has to be part of that here at the Indian region. But again, with the tournament for the Indian Mobile Masters 2024 qualifiers, right, there can only be one ticket. So a lot of these top tier teams are going to definitely fight for that one spot, and they have to go towards a very arduous journey when they play their challenge season. But yeah, this is going to be our first look between 2B and Anthem, and on their best of 5 maps that we got here for this game. So our final game for today. Yeah, how do you feel about it?
It's a mix-up on what we got to see earlier, but at the same time, I'm happy that this time around for Control, it's not going to be Crossroads. We're going to be heading straight to Standoff, but same all typical map, Hacienda. It's either just going to be either Takeoff or Hacienda, and this time it's going to be Hacienda back to how it played out the first time with SIU Esports and I2K. So it's just going to be a battle of what I said earlier. Moving over now, finally, I want to see Meltdown here getting played out and towards match number 2. So it's going to be offering a bit more diversity here for match 2 and match number 3.
Yeah, I feel like for me, this could totally end up looking like a firing range map. I feel like there's a high potential. There's good potential that we're going to end up into map 5. But all of that will be answered when we enter that hardpoint number 1 in Hacienda itself, right? If these teams are able to trade it back, we know what's going to happen. There's definitely some good potential in there. But for now, we are going to be heading into Hacienda hardpoint. So first and foremost, P1 is always obviously going to be very scrappy. What these teams are going to have to iron out for is that P2 until that P4, where obviously you're going to have to get that early rotation to score a lot of this time. And yeah, they're going to have to prepare for it.
I'm really expecting a lot here for the set of a Beast coming in from the side of 2B here. Is not only the fact that their current coach right now was the former coach of TLE. He was also coached by Image himself during the run for the CODM World Champs 22 India Finals. So I think out of everyone in the competition right now, a Beast might just be a key player here in regards to making the calls work out. So there's plenty of arsenal that 2B is carrying into this battlefield up against Anthem here, Cali.
Yeah, and after that touch and the hard point, right, we're getting into Meltdown. The last time we saw Meltdown, if I'm not mistaken, in a major tournament, or at least in a live stream broadcast on the tournament, was the Meltdown map where Godlike was able to defeat Luminosity Gaming. I think everyone is far too familiar with that. 7-0. didn't even give Luminosity Gaming that one round.
I think the highlight for me there was really the nade from Neutrino. The triple nade kill from Neutrino was just insane right there, and I want to see what kind of offerment can TwoB and Anthem also offer right there. But you know, in all honesty, I'm not really expecting TwoB or Anthem to have anything prepared for this very map. Not because of the fact that I don't think their work ethic is right there. It's just the fact that Godlike was able to serve a 7-0 up against Luminosity Gaming with nothing prepared to. In reality.
If you guys haven't watched the interview yet, I suggest you go and head into the YouTube channel of Beef Family because it has just been recently uploaded. So all the information that you want with the success of Godlike in the World Champs, Beef Mammy has it all for you guys. And yeah, our game is already up, Warden. Here we go, last game of the day, last elimination match, and it's TwoB and Anthem going at it here at Center Hardpoint.
It's going to be Anthem here on the better side, and they're going to be offering a 2-3 split here. Two players off going to the rock side, while completely reverse here for the set 2B. And so far, initial gunfights inside a Hardpoint, and all the way down to the hallways as well. It's going to go to the way of 2B.
Yeah, 2B Syro, he's that main OBG player for this squad. Now you're going to have to watch out for Abyss and Master, who's going to be that SMG to AR wombo combo domination that they can do when they head into P1 and P2. But so far, this could be a great for two ends. Fallen and Crew have managed to get into that hardpoint while also maintaining that initial top floor control, but only to be taken away there by 2B.
And just by looking at the whole list of players here for set 2B, Abyss is actually going to be the in-game leader for the squad. So there's going to be a bit of more jobs that he has to do here. And so far, he's not really doing too shabby at all, making the calls, getting the kills up in the for the squad. He's on 4 right now, Master on 5. And every factor so far here for set 2B, especially on this latter stage of this hardpoint number 1, will be going to their way. But Anthem is going to try to respond back with the early rotations here for this hardpoint number 2, and looking like they are going to be able to make it work out as we get to see the opener.
Yeah, Viper gets that 3 Ps. Oh, VV gets that 4. I mean, the check response now for 2B is definitely getting checked here right now. This is the perfect moment for a team like Anthem that struggled at a P1 to get right back into it, but they're going to all get bullied away. Hardpoint is currently contested by 2B. They flushed away all the players holding that point, and now they get to spawn them all across the map. It is kind of being divided here so far, but they still intent on putting their resources inside and going for the stack.
And it's going to be looking like a rundown here for set of 2B once more. Lovely recovery as we got to see them offer here towards this very hard point. Anthem, on the contrary, a bit of a messy situation for them. They look to get the break inside the hill, but it's only going to be the scrap time, but the lead is not too far apart, so it's going to be just a bit, but they're not really winning off the initial gunfights here as we get to speak through the last few seconds on this hard point, so they are going to be resetting back to getting their early rotations for the next hard point instead.
Yeah, Fences did not really have, you know, any good time there. At that P2 is Anthem, so they decided to get an early rotation to get that mid-map control as well. That's going to be a great way for them to get these eliminations, and Ecstasy holding off that back. So they're going to be able to funnel down the spawns for the side of 2B, and that's right by the boathouse. So that's even easier for them to go for these shots. They're able to predict where they are going to be at. And you can see those client time being taken away though by 2B. The exact same opposite outcome that this squad like Anthem really wants.
62 to 37 now as we get to speak. And 2B here is looking to extend the lead furthermore, but VV Wu is with a War Machine. Gonna be able to get a double on the feed. Syro on the front line, gonna try to make the play work out, but it's gonna be a B's getting caught up here on top of the umbrella. Will be able to hop inside the hill, and they do find the recovery now. Out of way for this very hard point. Last 15 seconds as we speak.
Yeah, Syro and Crew, I mean, yeah, definitely doing a lot of time in this hard point. This 10 seconds still going to be pretty important, but if you are Anthem and you have lost this early rotations on P1 to P3, now you're going to have to think about the bigger picture and head on towards back God Rocks, but that is going to be taken over by 2B off the start. Early setup is going to be coming through. They got 4 operators available for them to get these eliminations.
7 to 48 now. 2B is in control once more in regards to the map control. You got one player here on the west of the hallway. Extinct here with Annihilator dropping down. Not gonna be able to get anything out from that. And the break will try to come true from the set of Anthem, but they're just getting overpowered from the gunfights and that operator skills that is invested by the set of 2B.
Yeah, Viper, nice skills from them. And you know what? A better adjustment coming in for 2B here. Nice stack coming in by the checkers. then you also got Anthem there going in and getting that push, even despite not having any of these operators to work around on the speed number 4. So really having to use much more gunfight department on those weapons. It could be quite harder for him because TwoB had managed to invest 2 operator skills in here, which turned out to be a great investment to actually pull away even further on this match. Now it's going to be 113 to 48 by the time we enter the reset onto P1.
And now looking at the formation here for set of TwoB, they are in full control once more here for the start point number 1. They do have the rotation of the spawns as well in regards to the rotations here for hardpoint number 2, but we're going to focus on the present so far, and looking like it's going to be Anthem here getting the first few seconds, but TwoB quickly washes them away and they hop inside the hill as well.
Yeah, Viper getting that piece of that pie, but Parihar able to get that trades. 45 seconds, definitely a lot to contest here. And for Anthem, who has just been losing all of these rotations and not getting any hard point hold, it's going to be punishing for it to miss out on this P1.
133 to 52 here. Anthem once more trying to hustle the points down here, and they do get a momentary break, but they got to deal with like 3 factors here to hold on to for them to get an initial hold inside a hard point, but Master Nix things on top will be able to watch them down, and TwoB is just owning the grounds here in every factor here, Cali.
Yeah, X-Tink's got 19 kills to his name, and they're already thinking that, hey, I think it's about time that we move in towards that P2, the garage, where we had Anthem actually settle down an early rotation. Let's try to beat them to it. Let's send out one of our player to hold down the driveway, then we distract them with the smoke up front on towards Checkers, and then we hit them in the bitch side, and there we go. X-Tinks and crew able to get the hard point inside. It's going to be a 50-50 contest, but his teammates going to be there by the trophy side, and it is going to be a complete flush, but still going to be a 50-50 battle here.
It's absolutely a closer game here between TwoB and Anthem, but TwoB, as time passed by, they're getting the momentum up and within here into this battlefield. As a Bees picks up a triple on the Clomic and a 4th, but VV shuts him down. Viper on the driveway will be able to get 1 as well, and a split break might just happen here, but TwoB, they're just getting the read.
Yeah, 2B X-Tinks. I mean, look at this. Now later play gonna be available for him here, but they're just using their weapons just to dismantle all of these players, force them to play that reset, and the statue spawn coming in for Anthem is just definitely punishing for him, because this 13 seconds is just gonna give 2B the 200-point mark reach. But yeah, nice good test for them, but you're giving away that opportunity to get that next hardpoint in control. And Viper with the body shot, was that real, or was I just seeing things?
No, man. I mean, I've been seeing body shots here time and then here offered by TwoB, so
oh really?
It's gonna be pretty interesting to see how this one's gonna pan out as the tournament progresses. No, maybe we see more body shots, or maybe we see teams get punished down all because of body shotting. Because one thing that I know for a fact with body shotting here, Cali, Godlike don't like it.
I mean,
they hate
you know
it.
what? Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that note, right? But also, there's the body shot curse that we got going on, right? I mean, you heard of PJ and Yopi body shotting Wolves on Game 7 of CDFI 2023? Well, they lost the map, 250 to 244, if I was not mistaken. It was a close match, but definitely, yeah, signs of frustration there for PJ and Yopi, right? But hey, for 2B, seems like they are not gonna be frustrated here, man. They're just playing around. It's looking like a 100-point club here for the side of Anthem, as they are completing all of the flush here at these fences.
Hey man, it's not too bad to mention Yopi and PJ in this tournament. After all, at some point, some people thought that PJ and Yopi was Indians. And that's exactly, you know, they were pretty good. That's how good they were. To the point, you know, they were just getting claimed over and over again. But hey, 243, 270 now is the name of the game. 2B. 7 more points to claim for them to end off this game. Anthem looking like they want to hustle things down just a little bit, but it's not going to be enough for them to offer. Not enough offerment for them to put up a fight at this last and final run. 250 to 73 will be the name of the game, and 2B, they dominate this one all throughout.
Yeah, I like it that there was not really any player that standed out uniquely. Everybody was just working their ass off, right? I mean, you think that Cyro is going to end up with the higher kill, but it was evenly distributed, right? So, yeah, 2B definitely onto something here. Looking like they are going to end up as the 3rd best team in India, but you already know, 3rd is not enough. You want that number 1 spot, and in this Indian region where you got Coach Yeager from Godlike, you got Sim from Team Vitality, and you got Zampies from former TLE's former coach into TwoB. Yeah, the coaches are just getting stacked in there in this Indian region. Definitely onto something here is TwoB, because this map and modes, I mean, this game stats, it's just pretty similar from top 1 up until top 4.
That's exactly what I like to dabble around in the Indian region as well. You know, coaches are not coaching no teams if they know for a fact they don't have any potentials. For you to have 3 big names from the coaching scene to invest themselves into Indian teams, that's exactly how much potential this region has to offer now. And pardon me, they were able to prove themselves already during the last years of the World Champs. For us to get to see that there's 3 teams here getting brewed by 3 different coaches, brother, we are expecting a heavy battle here coming from the Indian region as we move over to this World Champs this year.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? I mean, you know, TwoB is there trying to take the #1 spot. There are so many talents in there, and I think the other regions really has to catch up, because I think with the way that Godlike was able to shine in that World Champs, it has definitely like shifted the attention to the Indian region. I think that's the reason why we are here, Warden. The hype from this region is insane. That we had to take a look at it itself in the community. It's intact. So yeah, I'm looking forward to how this year is gonna end up. It's just the first month of 2024. There's plenty to unravel.
Yeah, you can have 2 tournaments, 3 tournaments in a month. That's exactly how much room of time that we have here all throughout this year. This is only the first. May there be a second, a third, or a fourth. We don't exactly know. But winning for sure, it's too early. It's so early that we're already getting this type of tournament. But hey, wrap things off here for TwoB and Anthem. That's going to be them playing out on Ascenda Hardpoint. Soon enough, we're going to be moving over now to Meltdown, Search and Destroy. You asked for my insights. I want to ask yours actually, Callie. What do you think could be happening here in this very map?
Meltdown. I think the SMGs are going to be playing a big factor here, especially if you are going to be on the defensive side. TwoB, we saw plenty of opportunities for them to shine on that one, right? And I feel like they can definitely hang in there in that SMG department up against Anthem. And I think they in fact could do a lot better just by looking at the statistics that they had on this match. #1 at the Shenda Hardpoint. I think where this is going to be separated from is how cohesive will they be planning their attacks, right? We saw from Godlike on that last game up against Divinity that they were really stacking one of the bomb sites and providing so many counters to it. And I feel like these 2 teams have to actually try to implement that kind of strategy in this game itself, so that they got an opportunity to play for those trades and actually flog the players that might just be holding that one spot to get that opening pick for your side.
I want to see that one play out. I want to see more diversity. I want to see more, you know, just different takes here for these various squads. Now, moving over, we are about to start off this game. Search and Destroy on Meltdown. It's going to be Anthem here on the offense. Defense for set of TwoB.
Yeah, again, TwoB starting on the defensive side. They got the utilities that can help them get that information on the A site. Now, interesting that Anthem are just going to take their time. Actually, even opting for that mid-map push. So, #5 in blue and Syro has to make this work. He's got that R9, and we all know that in this game, that R9 can hit like a freight train, and he already deals the first blood.
The kills here for Syro. Also a player from the side of Revenant back then. Ecstasy. Let's get the trade onto Abiz. Xtings finds Ecstasy. Now it's going to be a 2v4 situation. Xtings finds another one. Quick shot coming in. Can't get the third, but Master is there for the trade. And TwoB will be able to get the first round.
Yeah, I mean, you like it, right? It all started with Syro holding down the boilers. And when that happened, it created an opportunity for a beast to wrap around the pepperoni reactor core and actually get the kill with that sniper. So, yeah, if you take a look at the map, it looks like a pepperoni pizza, man. And yeah, Poland, they're this team going in for a mid-side push to get that attack on the A side.
Fall in here, gonna try to get an opener, but misses the shot onto Syro. Tries to wrap around, looking to get an angle. Spots down Extinct, couldn't get the kill. 2 opportunities wasted. And he's going to go down with no kills whatsoever. Ecstasy left alone now in a 1v4. And Master's there with an R9 to say hello and goodbye.
Wow. again, it is a kind of a blitz play for him, right? And in fact, if Divinity tried to play that round too fast, it was Anthem that played it round too faster. If TwoB just played it a lot more faster than them, it was crazy. It was just so many actions happening at the A site now. Master still holding up the same side. Fallen is gonna be able to get to one, taking down Syro. So they have that A side opening up, but they gotta take care of that mid map.
Now it's gonna be a 3v3 situation. Bees alongside Extinct is here on this mid map. BV Woos on top. Loving the name, but he's gonna go down under the hands of Extinct. Now it's gonna be Fallen and Ecstasy left behind. Ecstasy, do you still have some Ecstasy to play out this game though? It's a question. They're gonna
Yeah,
goes down.
Ecstasy is gonna get pistoled by Extinct. 6 kills for them. 6 kills for him, right? 3-0. I mean, TwoB, not expecting this game to be so one-sided. I mean, the thought is definitely there for Anthem as they were trying to secure themselves that initial mid-map by using that smoke, and they got 2 players to actually push inside of that reactor core to put that bomb down. But TwoB, always quick to know of the decision-making, and this shot from Extinct will not connect so far. But Syro still deals the first blood.
Now it's going to be a 5v4 situation. Syro with a KRM shuts down one. If Starboy will be able to get one before he goes down, but unfortunately Syro will run it down with a KRM. And now it's going to be Ecstasy left alone in a 1v3 situation. Master shuts him down with an R9. And TwoB, they win 4 rounds in a row.
Yeah, we're experiencing some sort of technical difficulties with the internet, but hey, come on, man. I mean, we are at Garena side, right? I mean, this is an Indian tournament. We are in Indian region, and we're in the Indian global account server or something. But yeah, at least we're trying to give you guys a great viewership experience. But right now, the internet is not cooperating. Internet in chat right now, never mind. That is too unprofessional, Cali Gaming. But 4-0 on this game right now. We got still 2 rounds on the defensive side for TwoB. And they're keeping the same exact strategy that they had for the past 4 rounds.
There's a hidden secret on how this stream is running, and that's not for me to say. But it's going to be a 5v4 situation here, making a 4v4 now as we get to see. And now Master will be able to get one. Ecstasy does get the trade. Now it's going to be a 2v2 situation here. Ecstasy and Starboy against Viper and Syro. Syro on the gloves. Going to pick up the bomb. Whipping up the KRM. Those for a fact. One player is going to be right around, but Starboy on the Fennec will shut him down. Now it's going to be Viper left alone here in the 1v2 on the Locust.
It's 0 kills so far. He's not been able to connect all of his shots here, so I think this is the best chance for Anthem to score some rounds, but Viper responds back with a double. And that's 5 rounds in a row now for the side of TwoB. And it's looking like a 7-0. I don't want to see a flashback off that.
Come on, Callie. Come on. I mean, I can't say it was last year, but it was only a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
But hey, it does hurt to see sometimes, but at the same time, you know, well deserved right there. But I don't exactly know if this is a well-deserved 3-7-0 because Anthem didn't do anything wrong. Periar left alone in the 1v5 with a spray down. Will only take down 1, and TwoB is now on match point.
Yeah, I mean, what? Come on, man. Syro's got 10 kills with the... Yeah, the KRM from Syro's got 10. Master's got 7. I mean, the shotguns have been bugging Anthem in this game. Those 2 combined for 17, and look at them just pushing up the pace here once again. Syro extending way behind enemy lines on the attacks as they go for the plant.
Hey, big kills for Starboy, but TwoB respond back with a double. Now it's going to be a 3v4 situation here. Periar will be able to get 1. Bees goes down. 1 mine off from the competition here so far on this last and final round. Could be the last and final round. But Anthem, looking like they're on the run right now to extend this game furthermore.
Oh, he spotted that guy, but he does not connect the shot. The punish is there. Viper has spotted the guy on this one. High ground in control, and it's going to be a sweep in Meltdown. It is a PTSD for me. Yeah, TwoB.
And
Just too good.
Takes the
No.
up again.
No. Let's not try that. Let's try not to replay that. Yeah, we're gonna
Sorry,
keep quiet.
intrusive thoughts.
Yeah, yeah. This is
You
what
wanna-
happens when Garena casters cast over 11 p.m. in their initial time. But yeah, we're doing it for the Indian region. Team Spotlight for 2B. Yes, Abyss is gonna be in the mid map, but next thing is their IGL. So a few hiccups on the graphics side. But if you take a look at their stats here right now, right? I mean, Cyro and Xtinx, both wielding snipers combined for 19. And take a look at the other squad, Warden. Starboy at 6, XSC got 4, that's 10. Then you got Powerhard got 2, plus 10 plus 2, 12, 10, 12 plus 2, that's 14. Yeah, Tyro and Extinct just combined a lot more kills compared to the whole squad of Anthem here, so it has gotta hurt.
I love the fact that the comment section right now is just commenting tribute.
What?
Tribute, tribute to. I love it. I love it a lot.
No! No! Yes,
Tribute
it
to
does
Godlike,
look
they
like
say.
it. It does look like it. TwoB. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Half heart. I know. It's like your heart is half about it, right? It's like, yes, but no, but yes, but hey, 7-0. That's gonna be the history mark right there. That's how much impact Godlike put up to the competitive scene of the Call of Duty Mobile scene. So hey, that is it for this one, though. Fortunately, Anthem still has one more game to prove themselves into this competition.
I mean, you talk about the impact. I mean, heading into that final map, they did not plan anything there. They just played with their mental game. And yeah, it was really such a risky take for them, right? But definitely, it is going to be looking like a tribute for them. 2B takes a 2-0 lead, looking like another 0 win for the losing team here. I hope not. I hope that Anthem gets to score at least one map here, right? And I think at standoff is where they could actually have that better chance. But if those shotguns from Xtinx connects once again, it is not gonna be quite easy for them to take some rounds.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. Really, really wild right there. And I think Xtinx might just have more opportunities here for a map like standoff control. And moving over, Masters R9 as well. I think 3 rounds right there that was accumulated, all because of him finishing it off now with an R9. So the combination here for Master and Xtinx on the shotguns has been pretty deadly here, Callie.
Yeah, and again, 19 kills for Cyro and Master. I mean, Cyro and Xtinx on that S&D meltdown. Then, if you take a look at the other side in Anthem, they only had 14 kills on that S&D as a team. So, yeah, I think there's definitely some learning curve there for Anthem. And that's how you have community tournaments like this, right? Is to spot out all those kind of weaknesses so that you get to work on it by the time a major event comes. And I think for Anthem, using this kind of opportunity to play up against these good squads is gonna be a great opportunity for them to spot that weakness and actually work on it in a week's time.
Now it's going to be the first round here for Control. Might just be the last and final game, not unless Anthem can make something work out. And so far, they do get the first 3 kills here in this very game mode. So looking like it's going to be a good start. But 2B, they're extending their map control now, and this is something that you don't want to see if you're on the side of Anthem.
Yeah, 2B, Abyss, starting off hot, gets a 3-piece. Make that even a 4. I mean, kind of an overchild there for him, but look at the map control off the back alley from Cyro with that Fennec. Finally, he does get dealt with there. And for now, it is going to be Anthem now able to skip the spawns, using the back alley as their main source of route. Then, now that they got some time heading in towards this A side, definitely a great adjustments that they have, but still map control in the hands of 2B.
20-16, Anthem still on the trail. But it's not going to be too far apart, especially if they can start to get those trades, but it's just not happening at all. 2B still having a really wide variety of map control that they're offering here on this mid-map. Player 1, Perihar, is pushed up here from the alleyway, but he's not really finding any opportunities at all. In fact, he's not moving, if I'm not mistaken. So, I know he is, but a bit of a hiccup right there. And a lot of things has happened now as we get to speak for him to move.
Yeah, Parihar on the long route. He's only going to get only 1, but they do make that route, create that opening at the grannies And they're able to really stand their ground by winning their gunfights. This is only a 4 life count difference. They do have to make time inside that capture points because the clock is ticking down. Only 10 seconds for them to make a capture. And now it's desperate calls. There's only one guy left. Fallen falls, and TwoB takes round number 1.
Looking like it's gonna be a run on the making a donut. 1-0 now, but perhaps Anthem can offer something different here on the defensive side. Starting things off, let's see what's gonna be the split to be. Looking like it's gonna be a 3-1-1 split here. More players residing here from the backside of Grannies, while TwoB will be bombarding here on this A control point, looking to get some map control, but they do lose the first gunfight.
Yeah, I mean, Starboy now tried to get that mid-map, but TwoB Master gets an elimination, so it's all down to Ecstasy to try to cut off that mid-map here for the squad. He's got the Growl. Again, a great AR SMG hybrid that's on the AR section that provides you a lot of fast fire. It acts more like an M13, but a bit more damage added to it, right? A bit more added kick to it. On the defensive side, it is definitely going to be Anthem doing a lot better on the attack, on the defense, so they are able to have that controlled spots, and they got Fallen sending out with the claw. He finds that double.
18-23 now, Anthem looking like they are showing some great lives here as Fallen still continuous on the claw, and now the Fennec he goes. Force free for him before he goes down. It's exactly the trade-offs you'd want to see from the side of Anthem. And VV Wu will step up as well. Parier on the garbage can will be able to get one, wrapping around, pushes up as well. And now the map control all of a sudden by surprise, Anthem turning things around.
Yeah, it's definitely, you know, the thing that they need actually to get right back into with this defensive side at this stand of is kind of one-sided. So if you win your S&D defense, your control defense, there's definitely a big chance for you to end up with the win, right? Parihar can bring out that equalizer, but it's going to use that Fennec to actually take these players down. A couple of more players left here for TwoB. 6 life count remaining for them, down to their last 5. And nice adjustments coming in for Anthem to get these eliminations and have that spawn trap enabled at the start of the early game. And it definitely led to a snowball. Fallen found 4, especially holding down that special 4 second floor. And yeah, I think this is over. Time runs out, clock's out, it's over now. It is going to be tied up 1-1.
1-1, let's go. I mean, Anthem won that round not so dramatically. In fact, it was so dominantly. So put up now. And Anthem, can they finally make it up now on the offensive side? TwoB, better watch out.
BV, I mean, this guy's been lighting it up with this AR, but as soon as I say that, TwoB actually beams it through. And yeah, we're back on the defensive side for TwoB, and yeah, the team's treated their defense. Attack side has to be a lot better now for Anthem to get that match point. But that's gonna be readed through as TwoB just finds 5 straight on that kill feed. Next thing's even pushing way over towards his tractors to give them a lot more positioning on the map to start that spawn trap.
Good map control here for a set of TwoB. Next thing still pushing up. We'll be able to beam down one more player. That's gonna be Starboy going down. Player 1, Master on the ground as well. Gonna be pushing up. But PR on the side of Anthem will be pushed up on that equalizer. Viper looking to get the trade, but Perrier gonna go for the challenge, and he gets another beam down. And he's not really pushing up. The discipline is on, and he's converting big time. Hunter Killer Drone to the face, but finally Master shuts him down. But the lives now so equal here. Anthem might just be another run for them to take this one all the way.
Yeah, they're burning the operators just to get a good sizable lead, and take a look at that. It's taking it to effect. Ecstasy finding all members at the spawns. And that is a great reset for him, fighting at least 6 kills on an altercation. Make that 7 before he gets taken down. And it is Anthem now with a chance to take that match point. They're doing some time at the B site. That is going to be another minute added into their clock. And look at the life count difference. It is definitely in their hands to win this one.
4-2-11 now, Anthem. A round away for match point up against TwoB. Starboy cutting off Master. Xtinx goes down as well under his hands. And now it's going to be Viper, and he's left alone for the set of TwoB. Ring around a Rosie. Go down, boy. Viper left alone. 1v5. What can you do?
Hunter! The Hunter's taking so long! Starboy had to pick him up. It's okay. It's still the guy that threw in that Hunter, but yeah, match point now for the side of Anthem, and you see if you get your operators invested timely, right? That's how you try to diminish these spawns from TwoB. It was Fallen, it was Parihor, getting those eliminations and helping this team maintain that mid-game attacks coming in from TwoB on that mid-map.
Ooh, I want to see Anthem close this one out.
Yeah.
2 kills for them accumulated. VV as well on the feed, but Viper is pushed up here on this wraparound, looking to cut off the flow, but will he be able to put up enough damage? Looking like he will, as he also transfers himself here on this B control point.
Yeah, Viper 14 kills for him. I mean, TwoB is kind of on a stalemate now. They're going to have to bring out their War Machine because the defense is just too good for Anthem. Ecstasy holding up the tanks, going to get eliminated. Fallen, shot down off the back. Viper on a mini spawn trap here for the squad. It's trying to delay the push coming in from them, but it's not working. Look at the life count, Orden. 8 life count advantage for the side of Anthem.
The battle lives on. The fire is blazing hot. And the momentum is burning down TwoB so far. Anthem might just be able to serve us not just the first loss here for TwoB, but the first game number 4 here overall. And they got to find a way to close this one through. TwoB so far getting some huge influence here on this A control point. Fallen alongside with his teammate Ecstasy here might just be able to drop down. Claw on the hands of Fallen will be able to get the spray down as well. One more player on the right side has to get worried about, and he gets the connection, and Anthem gets the break.
Yeah, 10 and 18. The TwoB, the only way to win this is to try to play through objective. It's not going to be working if they don't have any players pushing on towards that B side to create a distraction for them to get that A capture. 70 seconds on the life count. Fallen is going to get knocked down. TwoB try to extend that clock to another minute.
Quit playing around. Gotta find a way to put themselves up on a pedestal. TwoB, I'm looking at you. And Anthem, so far, the lives not too far apart anymore. They can't afford to let this opportunity slide as Starboy takes out Extinct on that Annihilator. Viper sprays down on that Equalizer, finds a double. 2 lives extension here for the set of Anthem. No more respawn here for the everyone playing a mannequin challenge as we get to speak.
Oh my god. Oh my god, no! 2B! A 4v1! Vivi! No! 2B!
Misses.
Forces overtime.
Out of every time. And at every time, the connection said no. It was at the verge of that very round. But unfortunately, we get granted to see another run here for control standoff. TwoB and Anthem tied up here on standoff control.
Yeah, the problem here now, if you are Anthem, is that you're going to be on the attack side. 2B, they are definitely better when they're on the defensive side, and it's definitely more lenient on towards this side of the map. And so far for them, they got the granny seed control. But you can see that these players for Anthem, they're definitely hanging in there, connecting all of these shots. And you got some operators to burn here just to keep those live counts close.
No, I think the sides will retain all because of the fact that TwoB was able to get a capture on towards the point. So it's still going to be Ecstasy here on the defense. TwoB is in a very awful situation right now, but they're still converting with the gunfights. 21-18 will be the name of the game here. TwoB will be on that lead. But as much as we want to see TwoB dominate this one through, Anthem, they're showing potentials right now that they can absolutely put up a fight. But unfortunately, the trade-offs here at the start of the round is just not going to their way.
Yeah, 18-14. You still do have those late-game operator skills to burn here. If you are Anthem, 2B, they got one with that Sparrow just to try to stop this players coming in for the long range later on. But Sparrow making some big shots in here. Ecstasy now enters in the guard, but he's going to get eliminated. It's 15-11. This is going to be as close as this can get, but on the attack side from 2B, they're going to be able to get that capture.
15-8. Anthem, you can't go out like this. You had the stepping stone for you to force another game up against TwoB, but unfortunately tonight is just not your night. TwoB breaking loose now, showing how it's done to close out a game of standoff control. Parihar, Fallen, BV Woo-Woos, But Vivi will find a double before anything else. He still wants to put up a fight, but it's gonna mean a lot more than just that for them to close out this game. And unfortunately, the odds and statistics is not favoring them at all. TwoB is just playing around at this point.
Yeah, I mean, this is it, man. X-Stinks, last guy here on front of him. He's gonna get eliminated. Now, it is gonna be information. Look at this, guys. Just close it out. I mean, they're gonna go for that execute barrier. You can clutch this one up. You can clutch this one up, most definitely. 1v6. It's gonna Fennec to work with just to stop the guy on the B side. Ooh, Hunter! Does it connect? Oh, it doesn't. Takes down Viper. But the clock runs out. It is gonna be captured. TwoB takes it home.
GG, well played, and TwoB advance to the next stage of the competition to go against Godlike.
Oh my gosh. That is definitely the what the community is looking out for, man. I mean, TwoB, they managed to score 1 win up against Smart Omega in the Mega Lion third event. That's the debate. That's the topic that they were trying to reason out on. So we're gonna get answers to that tomorrow. So don't you guys miss that one out.
And I can't believe it's tomorrow, Callie. No breaks whatsoever. It's gonna be happening tomorrow. More actions from the Indian region. That's what we like. But hey, gonna talk about how close this game was. 3-2. Control the standoff. TwoB, I don't want to say you got lucky this time, but gonna quit playing around.
I mean, they did not play around, man. It's just that Anthem responded back with a lot more better operator skill usage, right? You saw that from Parihar. You saw that from Ecstasy. Then Fallen was able to get a lot of those huge shots when they're starting on the defense. They had a best opportunity to actually finish it 3-1, but they could not get the job done because TwoB was able to respond back with their own set of spawn trap, and it ignited that spark to force that overtime and win through a reverse card. And yeah, you're gonna have to feel good if you are TwoB. After taking that victory, you're gonna be advancing to the next stage.
Such a turnaround right there on the round number 3. Once more, we don't get to see a game number 4. It's gonna be another donut here served by TwoB alongside with Godlike and I2K. And can we really say Vitality? They didn't really play the game. But
yeah,
it was
they did
a
not.
really
They did
fast
not
time.
You can say that they had the easiest match today because they did not even break a sweat by playing, man.
Yeah, well, definitely, bro. But hey, it is what it is. Tomorrow, safe to say, we're gonna be expecting a wilder night, a wilder game day here. Callie, I want to ask your predictions here, man. Between Vitality and ITK Esports, alongside with Godlike and, well, not absolutely Divinity, but TwoB.
Oh my gosh, what the... Yeah, I mean, it is TwoB. It was TwoB that managed to get that victory. That was a placeholder added in there by the graphic artist. And you know who the graphic artist is? That's me. That's me. So you guys can hate on me right now. I don't care. But it's like a magic, you know? Like in 3, 2, 1, I'm gonna be able to change that. And you see, TwoB Godlike, that's gonna be our marquee matchups tomorrow. I feel like it's gonna end up at least map 4 on that game. On a Team Vitality and I2K, I think map 4 as well. But I will say that a 3-0 is kind of what we could expect here for one of these matches that we got in the semifinals.
I know, Callie, you don't like to get spoon-fed a lot, but at the same time, guys, Callie's doing the production and the graphics at the same time while casting, so
yeah,
I can't say anything with you, brother. I mean, a lot of things happened tonight, and obviously a lot more is gonna come tomorrow. And adding more is the fact that best of 5, and a best of 7 for the grand finals will be happening here.
Yeah, I mean, first game for tomorrow, that is going to be 6:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. It's Vitality and I2K, and right after that, it's going to be Godlike and TwoB. And for our grand finals, it's going to be a best of 7 winner gets, you know, the crown of the first season of the Call of Duty India Clash tournament. So it's gonna have to be amazing to actually crown who's going to be that, right? You got Godlike, who has been undefeated in the Indian region for so long last year. Then you got your new stars coming along the way from TwoB. Then you got Vitality looking to try to adjust to the shortcomings that they had at the World Champs last year by adding in and picking up Coach Zim. Then you got SIU Esports in there, who went in and dominated SIU Esports 3-0 on their elimination match. So that's gonna be amazing. And that will be all for this game. Make sure you guys stay tuned tomorrow. We will be posting on our social media pages in YouTube, CODM Clash GG, and on our Twitter, CODM Clash GG, for you guys to be able to get more information on what will be the timings and who's going to be playing who tomorrow in this game. And before we even end this stream, right? A big shout out to Mr. Omar Mohammed, our official sponsors. Our official sponsor for this tournament, and we also want to give a big thanks to the managers that is on the back end, KSVK, Nalin, as well as Matrix. You guys have been amazing in setting this tournament up. All we just had to do is go hit that stream button and actually go live and produce this type of content. And yeah, before we end the live here, Gordon, what do you want to say before we end it?
You know, I'm loving the energy here for the audience in the YouTube comment section down below. I'm hoping to get to see more of you guys tomorrow, as it's going to be the last and final day here for this very tournament, and maybe more tournaments to come here for this CODM Clash India Season 1. So, Callie, it's been an honor casting with you, and I'm glad to say that we'll still have another day tomorrow. So yeah, thank you so much, Callie.
Yeah, okay, that will be it, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, tune in for the semifinals and the grand finals tomorrow for CODM Clash Season 1 for India. So that will be it on behalf of our managers at the back end. We will end the stream. See you guys on to the next one.